Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. Already, man, I don't know what's happening. I was doing so well with StreamYard for a while, but now it's just a complete disaster getting things set up properly. StreamYard has this new fantastic feature that worked exactly one time and never again, where you can use your new iPhone and it will act as a camera, which was so nice in my last stream. And the picture quality was great, but it didn't work this time around. Couldn't get it to work. So we're just dealing with the camera we have now. All right, getting down to business. Madam Web is in theaters tomorrow for Valentine's Day. Of course, you know, Valentine's Day, when you think of it, you think of love is in the air, maybe going on your first date, sharing a romantic dinner with a loved one, maybe giving a few extra bucks on OnlyFans, or sitting down, spending your hard-earned cash to see Madam Web, which I imagine is going to be one of the greatest superhero films of all time, a modern classic in every sense of the word. Before I jump in, a couple housekeeping notes. Number one, if you didn't notice, I posted a little JPEG earlier today on the community tab notifying you that I have a live stream tonight, which you're watching right now in real time. I have a movie review going out tomorrow for Madam Web after I see it in theaters because I hate myself. I have a rant. Adam Rants Movies is coming back. I'm very excited to do this. It was a thing that I was at MegaCon a little over a week ago on a couple movie panels. It was an amazing experience. And when I'm talking to Sean and Cody and some of the other critics, I look at Chris and he's like, yeah, the main thing people know about my channel is I talk about Stranger Things. Okay. Sean, the main thing they know about my channels is that I rank everything under the sun. Cody, I'm specifically horror based, but I cover everything. Adam, I don't know. I don't know anymore. It used to be Movie Feuds years ago. Then it turned into movie roasts. And I just kind of been waffling. You know, I do movie reviews, obviously. I'm starting to do more trailer reactions and I do a few other things. But what's like my thing? Well, I'm a smart ass. I like to tell jokes and people used to love my rants. So Adam Rants Movies is coming back at least once a week. They're going to be 15-minute, 20-minute videos. It's just me being raw, unfiltered, having a good time. I'm very excited to do those. Look for them. First one's coming up this week. And then Friday, we have another live stream. All right, I'm not going to waste any more time. Super chats are always welcome. It's the lifeblood of the channel. 2023 was freaking awesome for the support on the live stream. So I really appreciate it. Even a couple bucks gets you featured on the video. I read your comment. I answer your question, whatever. I assume it's going to be Madam Web related and how great the Sony Spider-Man cinematic universe is. The Spider-Man universe that doesn't actually have Spider-Man in it. All right. I have a buddy who's going to come on here in just a second. Kind of last minute, I threw out the invite. You may remember him. He was on the channel quite a bit 6 months ago. He was also in my life quite a bit 6 months ago. And then he decided, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave not only the state, but the country. I'll let him give his own introduction and a little bit about what happened. But DJ Bless, aka Sutter Kane, are you ready to come in? Thumbs up. All right, he's ready. There he is. How you doing?
I'm back on the channel. The one and only Bless, aka Sutter Kane, and the place to be. I'm back in the United States of America. I've been in Africa for the past 5 months. I was with Eddie Murphy.
Feeling the rays down in Africa. Just getting.
Dude, they play that song and people go nuts.
Oh my God.
They go nuts. You know that one part? They go crazy over there.
I go crazy. It's something I have in common.
I've seen it. I've totally seen it. But no, man, I was down in Africa for the past 5 months. Actually, Uganda. You know what I'm saying? Getting the women to touch the royal penis. I don't know if I can say that on here.
Well, I mean,
I did just say it. I edited myself. But yeah, no, it was good though. I had a good time, man. I was going for 5 months. I lost like 30 pounds. You can't really say in the face, but the body.
Sure.
This shirt I could not fit when I came before I left. This shirt now fits me, and I'm like,
nice.
Yeah, man. So it was cool, man. So, dude, yeah, I'm back. I'm back in the United States of America. And stuff.
Well, and what better way to come back than with celebrating Madam Web hitting the big screen? Are you excited? Are you going with me tomorrow? Is this happening?
Dude, you know what? If you're going at 12, I think I'm gonna set my alarm clock to go with you.
I'm doing a lunch movie. Work will just think I'm on an extended lunch. I make up the time at my real job. I make up the time.
Yeah, I'll set my alarm clock then, God willing. I'll set my alarm clock and I'm gonna go with you tomorrow.
What does that mean? You'll set your alarm? Are you still doing this stay up till 4 a.m. shenanigans and then?
Oh man, today I woke up at late. Today I woke up at 11 o'clock. Yeah, I was exhausted, man. I was so exhausted. I woke up at 11 o'clock. I've been trying to wake up at 9 and I've been doing great. But today was the first day I woke up at 11. But no, I'll come with you tomorrow because I haven't been to the movie since I've been back. I've only been back. I got back Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, last week. So I've been home for 1 week. Yeah, I've been home for 1 week now and stuff. 26-hour flight too home. 26 hours.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Thank you. It's so good to be back.
It's been kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, going to Regal by myself, and typically I'm like the only person in the theater now because I go to an afternoon showing. So it's just me with my dick in my hand at Wonka. And
sounds like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Well, that's the gist of it. Yeah, there was one guy. There was one other guy in Wonka, and he was passed out snoring.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with at Regal now. Go ahead.
No, you go first. I have such a good story to tell you about movie theater and stuff. But you go.
Okay, I'm just going to give you 2 super chats that already came in. We have Tony from Hack the Movies shot out of a cannon saying, "I'm seeing Madam Web on a date with the Dune 2 popcorn bucket." Okay, nice, Tony. Tony, Madam Web, I was informed, is actually spelled Madame. So it's Mad Dame Web.
Dame Web.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed because I was gonna title my review Adam Webb reviews Madam Web because it was just one letter separating, but there's an E at the end, so I don't think I can do it anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Tony. I'm so excited for you. Shirzad Khan City, is that how you say that? 199 super chat. I'd rather watch you rant than hot women act in Madam Web. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, the hot woman thing isn't really much of a selling point anymore when you can just follow, have all these women on Instagram and TikTok and all these places. You don't need to go spend $15 to see them.
Dude, it's extremely hard to be with TikTok the way it is now and the way everything is going, yo. It's like porn central on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
TikTok is like,
are you on Twitter? AKA X? Oh my God. X is straight up porn. Like I'll be scrolling my feed and it's just like, oh my God.
Dude, it's really like,
it's crazy.
Oh my gosh, man, it's bad. Yeah, it's really bad. Plus, if you're trying to live a straight path, stay off of TikTok. TikTok is so tempting. So tempting.
X is like walking down Sin City's back alley. You just don't know what you're going to get. Yeah.
I totally believe it. Dude, but you're talking about one person snoring in the movie theater.
Yeah.
The movies I came from, people would talk on their phones, have FaceTime conversations. What else was it? It was a lot, man. It was really like, and I kept on saying to myself, Adam couldn't hang with this.
No.
Like the movie theaters I went to in Uganda, I was like, Adam would have a piss fest in there.
I'd probably be thrown in prison because I would just snap at some point and attack someone.
Dude, the movie, the screen, I was watching it froze like if it had bad reception, and they wouldn't give us no concession. So it wasn't like, you know what, guys, you pay for this movie, let me at least give you free popcorn or something. None, zero. They wouldn't give nothing for free, bro.
No
Like
refunds, nothing.
no
They're like,
nothing. It was
this is what you
terrible.
get. You should
This is
have
what you get.
expected this. Yeah.
Plus for the Bollywood and the Hindi movies, oh my gosh, it was packed in there, bro. People every time, like for instance, one of the stars came on, everybody would take their phones out and stuff, yo. Like it was really like, is this a movie theater, man? So
That's insane.
yeah, but I'm definitely down for Madam Web tomorrow, 100%.
Okay,
I'm definitely
good.
down for that.
That'll be a real nice way to. I mean, it's Valentine's Day, so that's going to be a special
Oh my
experience for
gosh,
us.
it's
Yeah,
like
my wife, Lindsay's not going. She's going to be home. She said, Adam, why don't you go ahead and go to that by yourself, and
wow.
we'll hang out later. Yeah.
One thing you would like though, the popcorn, hot dog. I bought 2 hot dogs, a popcorn, and 2 drinks for like $8.
That's good. That's a good
That
deal.
was really
That's a
damn
good.
good.
I was at the Regal last week. You're going to be sad to hear this because I've always been all about supporting local theater chains, and I always buy a drink there.
Mhm.
I started sneaking in the bottle of Coke now because it's so out of hand. I went and got a small drink at Regal. It was $7.15.
Yeah, that's too much, man.
What are we doing? It's a small soda.
That's
And I
right.
said, "Oh, did you scan my discount?" And like, no, we already scanned it.
Oh wow,
But
yeah,
again,
no, dude.
10% is not saving you shit anyways. But yeah,
No, I'm done with that. Matter of fact, I gotta renew my unlimited pass for Regal. Actually, I'm gonna do that tonight or tomorrow.
yep,
I gotta renew it.
gotta renew that.
So yeah,
I
we're
would
back
tell
to
you where I'm
action.
sitting in the theater. I would give you the seat, but it doesn't matter. There's like 4 people in there right now, so just go wherever you want, and we'll meet up. We'll catch up
Oh,
in the middle.
is it the big movie, the big room, or are we
It
going in the
is. It
IMAX?
is in the big. The noon showing is at the big screen.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah,
need to go ahead and yeah, I need to definitely do mine then and get
yeah.
it, man.
And if it's theater number 9, I don't think it is, but theater number 9 has a bad light now. So if you can't sit on the right side of the theater, or this super bright light will come down on you like like the
It
gates
stays on
of
the whole
heaven.
time?
Yeah, it stays on the whole time. Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's not good. It's not a good situation. I sat over there before and I thought, because it's kind of like a spotlight in one little section of the theater, and I felt like everybody was kind of looking at me because this light was so aggressive.
Yeah, nah, man. No
Oh
way.
yeah.
But no,
Uh,
definitely I'm down. I'm gonna break
I
my
don't I don't typically address the kind of the peasants in the comments because I need super chats. That's all I listen to these days, bless. But someone did say, Adam, does Adam have Cameo yet? I do have Cameo. I haven't promoted it at all because I don't really understand Cameo. But Tony from Hack the Movie said, Adam, here's a like a pass to get into it. So yeah, if you
I've heard
search
that.
Adam Does Movies, I'm on there, and you can pay like $10 or $15, and I can say happy birthday, or tell your your friend to go fuck himself, or whatever you want. I can do. Maybe Bless can jump on there. Even we can have like a a white guy, black guy, thumbs up sort of thing.
Sounds sexual.
Well, it always is. It always is with us.
Yeah.
Should we get into it? Should we get into the reviews so far from Adam Webb?
Dude, I could predict the reviews. First of all, it's Sony, and I wanted to be hyped about the trailer because when I was in Uganda, that's all I saw was the trailer, and I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing anything else but another movie. It's only like one movie that shows every 2 weeks here, so I'm like, okay, fine. But now that I'm back, yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure that movie sucks. I'm pretty sure.
Have you seen any of this? You know what it's at on Rotten Tomatoes or anything?
No, hold on a
Can
second.
you,
I'm gonna Google it right now.
what do you think it's at? What do you think it's at?
It's gotta be at what, like 30%?
Oh, that's way too high.
Are you serious?
It's at like 12%.
Are you? Wow. Oh
Right.
shit! Hold on a second. Let me look this up.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was.
12%?
It's still early, so those reviews are gonna go in
Man,
flux.
that's not early. That's terrible.
Oh well, yeah,
16%.
16. So it's gone up a little bit.
16.
All right, yeah, all right.
Oh my
How many
gosh.
reviews are in?
72 at 18%.
72. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty set in
72.
stone. It's not gonna move much after that.
Then it says it's a waste of time.
Well, yeah.
The
Well,
reviews
I
are
have reviews here, Bless. So let me
Oh
present them.
man. Yeah,
Let me
go for it.
let me go ahead and share the screen. Okay, here we go. So here are the first reactions after the premiere. The premiere, by the way, I'm told I think it was either earlier today over lunch. Sony just was like, "Oh yeah, the premiere's going right now," and critics had to like rush out to it.
Oh my
No,
god.
no heads up. Matt Ramos, Morbius was better is the first tweet. And this is a guy that's very generous. I've seen him in the past. He's very generous to movies.
Damn. I
Chris
saw
Parker.
Morbius too.
Chris Parker says Madam Web is an embarrassing mess. Talented stars wasted on probably the worst comic book movie I've ever seen, filled with atrocious dialogue, awkward editing, and all-around laughable structure. I sat there baffled scene by scene. Someone approved this. The memes will redeem it.
What's up with Sony, man? You think that they just like, okay,
They don't care.
That's what I was about to say. Is it just a tax write-off right now, or what is this?
No, I think that, well, so I'm gonna have, this is gonna be my first Adam Rants movies of the year. Kicking off the new thing is gonna be on the Sony Spider-Man universe, is what it's actually called, which is laughable. Without Spider-Man, yeah, it's the Sony Spider-Man without Spider-Man universe. I think what happened was Venom came out very cheaply made. It made a whole bunch of money, and Sony's like, "Oh my god, we barely tried on this film. Let's just do it again." And they did with Venom 2, and it also made a shit ton of money because people like Venom and they like Carnage, and that was the first time he was on screen. So I think it just gave Sony this really terrible impression that they could make complete trash or bottom of the barrel films, and they're still going to make a ton of money. So then they did it with Morbius, and I'm pretty sure Madam Web and even Craven were in production at the same time. So they had 3 movies kind of all going on at once. And because of how, you know, what they saw from Venom, they thought, we'll just keep doing this. And now people are waking up and realizing these movies suck ass and they're all the same. So we're done.
Dude, the whole point is, it seems like they don't put no type of effort into the story, into like making it something. It's just like, man, dude, like, and the whole point with like Madam Web, like, I had to really look her up. I was like, man, who the fuck is this? And stuff like that. Shows you my comic book knowledge. I was like,
it's such a terrible combo of a really unknown property for most people, combined with the strong female lead trio or, you know, foursome. We just saw the Marvels completely tank at the box office by Disney.
I saw that too.
And by the way, I actually enjoyed the Marvels. I thought it was a perfectly fine, you know, family kid crap movie. It didn't bother me. Did you hate it, I assume, or were you? Like yeah, that's fine.
I watched it and was like, it's okay.
I watched it actually a second time with my family. Connor, you know, he's 11, so he doesn't give a shit about seeing women in anything. So he was out. My daughter Olivia loved it, and Lindsay was out about halfway through. But Lindsay also didn't like Barbie, or she doesn't. Yeah, if she's not caught with any of it, she's out right away. She's like, I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah, I saw Barbie. I didn't like that either. I didn't like Barbie.
Yeah, so this just doesn't have. I mean, it had the female thing not going for it, because people apparently don't want to see this kind of superhero movie. It had the terrible Sony Spider-Man universe going against it. And it had this obscure character, Madam Web, who I would imagine 99.9% of the population doesn't know about.
I had no clue, yo. When I was watching the trailer, I'm like, are they? And I knew, because you know how the business behind the scenes. It's like, okay, they really trying to monopolize off this Spider-Man thing. Like, who is this lady?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, dude. I definitely I didn't have high standards for tomorrow, but I'm definitely gonna go see it. I think we'll be 4 people plus us. So I'm guessing the 4 people are couples.
Yeah, I would imagine. Actually, no, I think the 4 people are sad, lonely guys. It just looked like there was 1 seat taken around all of the theater. Yeah, it's just gonna be it's gonna be a bunch of bozos.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'll be a good experience. What do you think of? So I really like the fact that. Let me get off of this screen for a second. Let's get back to just the two of us. Just the 2 of us. I love that. What's her nut? Sweeney something. The new hotness that's in the film. Sweeney from Sweeney. What's her name? I always think Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney's in there. I assume you know who that is.
That's the girl from that soft porn movie.
Yeah, Euphoria, and she was in that new rom-com. Sony clearly didn't know what they had with her when they were filming this, or they would have made her front and center in this movie. I'm guessing she's very much kind of a sidelined character. And instead we have Dakota Johnson running this thing as lead. What are your thoughts on Dakota Johnson as an actress?
Dude, I only know her from like a couple of movies, but I never thought I would see her in like a Marvel / Sony action film. Like
Yeah.
that's the whole point. Another thing too, I'm not attached to the comic book character. So right now she can lie to me and just tell me anything in this movie, and I would have to fact check everything because I
Well,
have no clue who the hell this is
so
and
that's the
stuff.
best
So,
part.
yeah.
Dakota Johnson is a nepo baby. Her parents are celebrities, of course, so she got into the,
Oh,
that doesn't mean she
must
can't
be
act,
nice.
but her starring role was 50 Shades of Grey, if you remember
That's what I
those.
thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's her claim to fame. She's been doing the whole press junket circuit, and she
Mm-hmm.
has been basically low key shitting on this film every time it's brought up.
Wow.
Recently saying, "Yeah, this is not the script that we signed on, and it changed a whole bunch of times during
Yeah,
it, and
I can see
it's
that.
yeah,
I can
not good."
totally see that.
Some of the interviews have been very funny, though. I bring up that she's a nepo baby because clearly she doesn't give a shit about how she comes off on camera. She's just straight up telling it as it is, for better
Yeah.
and typically for worse. Okay,
Well,
back to the reviews here. What do we got here? James Preston Poole says Madam Web is totally fine. There's really not a lot to say here. The leads are charming. Dakota Johnson is a witchy weirdo. The slasher Final Destination meets superheroes vibes are there, but there's just not a whole lot to it. Not a disaster, just kind of there. So he thinks it's just kind of there. Okay.
thing about critics lately, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, yo.
Yeah.
They shit on anything, but this is definitely probably worth shitting on. I'm not saying this ain't.
Yeah.
So tomorrow would be wild if I come back out that movie and like, damn, that was pretty good. But you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like that.
there, you are rewarded, and this has been the case for a few years now, and it's gotten way worse because of TikTok and YouTube Shorts, because you have to capture attention right away.
Mhm.
You are
Yeah,
rewarded for having like super polarizing opinions on things. You have to say something is a 1 or a 10, otherwise you
yeah.
just don't get those eyeballs on you. So James here saying it's kind of just mid. Maybe he's right. The trailer made it look like complete dog shit, personally, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
it is.
I like the Final Destination shout out there because I forgot you can see the future and stuff like that.
That's the whole hook. Yeah, the Final
Yeah.
Destination, and I like the Final Destination movies
Yeah,
well
Final
enough.
Destination is also good.
Yeah.
When I was
All
on a
right.
plane coming home, I was thinking about Final Destination.
Hollywood Handle says Madam Web is a clunky, poorly written, messy, and sloppy movie packed with some mediocre editing and performances. Even though it had solid cinematography and an interesting concept, it couldn't be saved due to its terrible execution. All right. There's just a couple more here. I was not. Oh, this is great. Darth goes, I have successfully left my house, now seated. And then he replies to himself, I was not, unfortunately, successfully entertained. Madam Web is a series of misses and wasted opportunities, and not just for obvious reasons. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, just not good. I watched Madam Web and it was bad. I tried to give it a chance, but sadly, the poor execution didn't help it. Cast was awesome, but the performances were definitely disappointing.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's all negative. Unfortunately for me, Madam Web lacked the spark it needed in nearly every department, lean acting, action sequences. There are a few good moments with an excellent overall pacing, but geez, was this hard to get through. I always thought geez was spelled Jeez, not Gees, but that's a small gripe. Britt, you're doing fine. Bless, do you want to hear a positive? Because I did find one. Do you want to hear
Where
a very glowing positive review?
there's a nude scene in here.
No, there's not. This is probably
Oh,
PG-13. This
okay.
guy on Twitter, I found, gave this review. Madam Web is a spectacular film.
Somebody
Dakota
sucked him off.
Johnson Dakota Johnson gives possibly the best performance of her career as Cassandra Webb, and her connection to the other characters is so entertaining. Ezekiel was an amazing villain for the movie as well. The movie is out tomorrow. Go see it twice. Bless. It sounds like this movie's amazing.
No, it sounds like somebody sucked him off for this review.
You think so? The
Yeah, it
name
definitely
of
sounds like it.
this person's handle is Mania Madam Web Era. If you
Oh, so this is a fan page.
if you click on there, you can see that this
Yeah, see?
guy, Nova Mania, it's just mostly nonstop Madam Web porn. Oh, I got to share this tab instead. It's basically just sucking off Madam Web nonstop.
Basically, I told you somebody sucked him off for this one.
Well, so I think I've seen this guy before,
I
and
bet you have.
and I'm pretty sure this Nova Mania dude did the same thing for Blue Beetle. Either that or is someone else.
Mm,
But I think he gets a check, or he gets like a
yeah,
presser or a screener, or this is just straight up some sort of fucking bot account that it's a fake account that they just reskin when a new movie comes out. If this is a real person, you have the worst taste ever, or you are completely full of shit. And I'm guessing it's the latter.
yeah. I just can't believe he says the best performers unless her acting is really that
No,
bad.
it's a bullshit account.
Mm,
There's no other way around it.
dude, now I'm excited to see this movie tomorrow and see how full of shit it really is. And yeah, dude, I'm just going to go support Regal. We need to support our movie theaters, everyone. I'm gonna be
I
honest with
agree.
you. Movie theaters shut down. I don't know what I would do with my life because I go to the movies every single week, no matter where I'm at. I go to the movies. So yeah, we have to support the movies. Is it buying popcorn like supporting them, or just going to a movie supporting them?
They make most of their money on concessions, so I
God
mean,
damn.
I'm ashamed and disgusted that I just revealed to you that I snuck pop in recently, because that amount of money is insane to me to pay $7 for a soda.
Dude, I sneak in McDonald's, everything in there.
Okay, so
That's
you're supporting them, but you're not going like hog wild. That's
no, I'm
fine
not
then.
gonna hog
Okay.
bar, no. I get their Regal pass. That's enough.
That's enough. We
That's
have Kyle Nelson here, good supporter. Kyle Nelson for $2. He says Dakota Johnson's dad is Don Johnson from Miami Vice.
really? I didn't know that.
I don't know if that's true. I think that's
Oh,
I think that's a joke. Dakota
oh,
Johnson parents.
fact checking. Hold on a second.
It is Don Johnson. He's absolutely right.
Oh shit.
I knew her mom was Melanie Griffith. I knew
Her
that.
mom's Melanie Griffith, really?
Yeah, Melanie Griffith. You can tell they talk the same. They both kind of have the
Oh,
same facial structure. Yeah, and I
oh,
think
the fact check. What's going on?
she's the stepdaughter of Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, you're right. It is
How is
Melanie. Yeah, Melanie Griffith looks
how
like
is she the
shit.
stepdaughter of Antonio Banderas? She's the granddaughter of Tippi Hedren and the stepdaughter of Antonio Banderas. This woman is just ensconced in celebrity royalty.
It must be nice because
No
man,
shit.
nice.
Holy crap.
I didn't know
Yeah,
Melanie Griffith played in Body Double. I
Melanie
remember that.
Griffith, she was a solid actress back in the day. She had some decent roles. Speaking of Melanie Griffith, let's switch gears to romantic comedies and just Valentine's Day films that everybody loves. I can imagine, Bless, that your bread and butter when you get home after a tough day of mixing music, if you're not at home already, is to take the shoes off, grab a bowl of popcorn, unwind, and put on your favorite romantic comedy, right?
Mm-hmm. You don't know what it is? Pornhub.
Porn.
Pornhub. I watch a lot of Pornhub and
I thought
everything.
maybe you'd play along for even a second, and you
Oh
couldn't. It was
no,
just straight
I
to the
just
porn.
watch
Uh,
Pornhub. I always spend my Valentines on the Express membership and
I would
stuff.
love.
Uh,
There is a. Oh, is this the article? I had some technical issues, so I have to make sure that I got the right one here. Yes, this is the one. Entertainment Weekly. I guess is it just Entertainment now, or it probably has been for like 25 years. They put together 25 best romantic movies on Netflix.
mhm.
Out of the 25 that they have on here, Bless, how many would you guess, me being a big movie guy, how many would you guess that I have seen?
I would say all of them.
The answer is 3 out of
Really?
25. 3.
Which three was there?
That's how much I hate the genre romantic comedy and just romantic movies in general.
I love
Uh,
romantic movies, believe it or not.
we'll see if you've seen some of these, because
Yeah,
I
please name
certainly
them.
haven't. I'm going to share this tab. We're going to pop her open.
Sounds sexual.
As always is. It's Adam Does Movies.
Huh,
25 best romantic movies on Netflix.
look what they got
Number
on the
1, 13 going on 30.
I've never even heard of that.
How have you never heard of that? Jennifer Garner?
Oh, that's actually good. I've seen that. 2004. Yeah, I've seen that.
I haven't seen it. It looked terrible.
Yeah, I've seen
They
that.
seem to like it. So
I didn't remember the title though, but yeah, I've seen that.
yeah,
Yeah, good job. This
Always
is
Be
exciting.
My Maybe. This is not that old. 2019. Ali Wong
That was
and
good. That was
okay,
actually really good. I told you I watched this.
and
That was
Keanu
actually good.
Reeves. It was a good
Yeah, that
flick.
was good.
All right,
That's on
all
Netflix
right.
actually. You
Blue
should watch
Jay. Blue Jay.
that. Go down. Let me see it.
It's in black and white. 20 years
Oh,
after breaking up, former high school sweethearts Jim, Mark Duplass, who also wrote the script, and Amanda, Sarah Paulson, bump into each other in their California hometown and end up spending the day and night together.
Somebody ends up with a
Ooh,
baby.
that sounds really lame.
Somebody ends up with a baby.
Carol with Kate Blanchett.
Carol with Kate Blanchett. I've never seen that one.
Okay.
I don't like Kate Blanchett anyway, so no, I definitely.
What?
No.
Why?
You actually. I remember you put me onto her in a couple
Yeah,
movies.
we gotta get back on here. What's wrong with Kate Blanchett?
I don't know. It's the way she looks. It's just not really attractive to me. It's like,
She's the Lady of the Wood in Lord of the Rings. Have to like her
yeah,
there.
but I only
Right?
like one movie of that whole series. I've seen them all, but I only like the first one. That's really it. Give me another one. Like I need another one.
Another Kate Blanchett movie. I'll give you. Let me
Give me
see.
the top two, and then I'll be like, okay, maybe. Besides Lord of the Rings.
Well, the top two are not going to be the ones that are good for her because she's in like Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, and so she's in Tar. We both saw Tar together. I thought she
Yes,
was
she was in
fantastic in
Tar.
that.
She played a great lesbian role. Yeah, she was in
Yep,
Tar.
she's in
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok.
Playing. Oh, she was. She was in that.
She's the villain. She's the villain. She's great in that. She's in this isn't a great one, but Curious Case of Benjamin Button. She's the main love interest in that.
I didn't even see that movie.
It's not good. It's not good at all. Aviator. Did you see Aviator?
That's my Aviator. That was good.
She's in
Aviator.
Hannah. I heard Hannah's awesome. I have not seen Hannah, but I heard it's great.
Can I say something though?
Please do.
Okay, you know her.
Yeah.
I've watched all these movies that you named except for a couple, and I didn't even know she was in it. That shows her acting skills.
So she's forgettable to you.
Like she's totally like, unless you pointed it out just now, I was like, who and stuff. But yeah, no, she's okay. But Tar was really
Tar.
good.
I think did she win the award or was she was? I know she was up for one for the Oscar.
Tar was really good. Tar was good.
She was fantastic. All right, let's get back to this list of movies that I haven't seen and you maybe have seen after I explain them to you for a second.
I just noticed there's 50 Shades of Grey is 3 of them out. Wow.
Yeah, it's a trilogy, of course.
I didn't even know that. Okay, keep going.
Duck Butter, of course, Duck Butter, everybody's favorite film.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, yeah, she looks more into it than he does.
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie? Because I've never heard of this movie.
I've never even heard of it either.
What is that? Francis Ha?
What kind of movies are these? Look at this shit.
Some indie bullshit. Greenberg. You know Greenberg. Okay, yeah, I don't know it either.
Oh, Ben Stiller, right?
Yeah, Ben Stiller did something with it. No, they're just mentioning Ben Stiller. This is not, I can't even say this name. The Guernsey this is too high society for me to even pronounce.
Yeah,
so
I'm good on that.
The half of it, you know that one?
No.
These are Netflix picks. So we're not going to know any of these because they're all garbage. The Incredible Jessica James.
No. I don't know these.
I don't either. Oh, did you see Long Shot?
Go back. Lady Charlie used to be like, that was Cinemax porn back in the day.
Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Yeah, dude, if I'm not mistaken, y'all can fact check me on that. Lady Chatterley back in the days, depending on how old you are, used to have like softcore porn on Cinemax. It was Lady Chatterley. Wow, she's still around.
I remember Beverly Hills Bordello on Showtime.
No, dude, people who know about this know about this.
Lady Chatterley wasn't that the character on SNL way back in the day with Dana Carvey?
No, I don't know, but Lady Chatterley, I remember her from Cinemax. That name popped right up as soon as you said it.
I think he did something with Lady Chatterley SNL.
Look at this right here, right? Before you get to that, if you notice on the first couple of things, it takes that movie and sides with like 50 Shades of Grey. See, Lady Chatterley's like on some porn shit. 100%.
All right.
I think Google her, Lady Chatterley.
I mean, they tell you what it's about. Oh yeah.
Am I right?
Lady Chatterley. I mean, it's gonna be maybe that's when you put on after this stream is done. It's on Netflix. These are all on Netflix, people. Have you seen Long Shot? Have you seen Long Shot? Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron.
I think I did see it. Wait a minute, have I seen that? I don't remember.
It's Timeless Tale. An ambitious Secretary of State reunites with the boy she once babysat.
No, that sounds so pedophile.
Sounds naughty, yeah.
Yeah.
Love at First Sight. That came out last year.
don't remember.
I mean, I'm setting you up for failure because these are obscure Netflix movies. The Lovebirds,
Lovebirds.
2020.
I didn't see that, but I've seen the commercial for that, which is that was a comedy actually, right? It was like that was a comedy actually.
Well, it's
Yeah.
I can never say his name right. Kumail
Kamala
Nanjiani.
Nanjiani?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like him. I like him as an actor.
that movie looked funny, but I didn't see it.
There's our boy Robert Redford and Jane Fonda, still
Oh
looking pretty
god.
good for their age. I mean, they got to be 80 now.
It's like a Viagra commercial.
This is called our our souls at night.
Yeah, a Viagra commercial for
Yeah,
sure.
our souls at night. Night to them is probably 5:30 p.m.
Basically, it's
in
6 o'clock.
bed. Yeah, 6 o'clock bedtime. Phantom
Yeah.
Thread. I heard this movie was good from Film Snobs.
Nah,
I
bro.
don't know what it is.
This looks like Focus Films type shit from back in the early
Plus
2000s.
one. Jack Quaid.
No. Isn't that the
No,
dude from The Boys?
that's the guy. Well, yeah, Randy Quaid's son.
Oh,
Or
that's
no,
Randy Quaid's
no,
son?
Dennis. I'm sorry, Dennis Quaid's son, not crazy Randy Quaid. And I don't think,
Really?
yeah, that's Dennis Quaid. Yeah, look at him. It looks just like him.
Dude, oh my gosh. All these guys became like
They're all kids of celebrities, and his mom is a celebrity too, I think.
I'm
Jack
looking up Dennis
Quaid
Quaid right now.
parents.
That's his son?
Meg Ryan. Yeah, Meg Ryan's his mom.
Dude, he's got royalty all in him.
He doesn't need to do shit, so he's just having
Basically.
fun. Yeah.
He's actually a good actor too.
He's fine. I think he's fine, yeah.
I mean, The
He
Boys, I thought he was great.
Yeah, he's good in The Boys. I think his dad was a little better. Set It Up. I don't know what that is either. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at these movies, these classic movies. She's All That. You've seen She's All That,
She's All
right?
That is amazing. Come on,
That's
bro.
right. It's amazing.
Who hasn't seen She's All
Take
That?
off the glasses. Suddenly you're
Yeah.
Cinderella, ready for the
She's All
ball.
That. There's so
Look
many.
at her.
There's
Look how attractive Rachel Lee Cook is right here. And this is supposed to be the nerd ugly version.
Nah, I would take her. I would take the nerd version all day.
Yeah,
She's bad,
absolutely.
bro. Dude, they made so many comic jokes about this movie. It's ridiculous.
Well, that whole movie, Not Another Teen Movie, it was basically
Yes.
yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yo, hold on real quick. You remember Not Another Teen Movie when she's drawing the stick figures? And he's like, you talking about that's my mom and dad's like, she has your eyes.
It's just a straight up stick.
Well,
but she's at the easel painting like for a long time. It's really funny.
She has your eye. Man, I'm gonna watch that movie actually. That is funny.
I'm gonna tell you something. I watched it actually last year with Lindsay because we couldn't remember if it was any good or not. And it's one of those movies that has a lot of funny ideas and some good execution, but then it has the really gross humor, like literal shit falling on people that I just do not like at all. So you have to kind of like parse out some of that stuff to get to the good stuff.
Dude, 2001 it came out. Wow.
Yeah.
I was 20 years old.
Yeah. Shortcomings 2023, your favorite film of 2023, Shortcomings, right?
I don't know how that is.
Right?
What is that?
I don't fucking know what any of these are. Here, an actual movie, Silver Linings Playbook. This is the first movie I have seen on this list.
Isn't that the wait, I'm so lost on that movie. Which movie is that? I've seen this, but
This is Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper. It's a kind of a dark comedy. It's really good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I've only seen
it
it once, but I remember thinking, wow, I'm actually enjoying a kind of a romantic dramedy, and I'm here for it. Okay, another one I've seen, 16 Candles, classic John Hughes film.
16 Candles.
I don't think have you seen that with Molly Ringwald and
that was like, wasn't that the Brat Pack era?
That was the Brat Pack era, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I've seen this.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Damn, we're old.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
I don't know what Someone Great is. 2019.
Let me see. Dude, these are like, wait a minute, Someone Great. This looks pretty good though. Oh, now that looks good. I haven't seen it, but that looks really good.
How does that look good? Just because they're propped on a rock kissing and that's it?
No, man. Lakeith Stanfield's in it. That looks pretty good. He's pretty good, man. He's been hitting home runs.
I don't know what he's in. Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, you do. He was in Get Out. He was in a lot of movies.
Oh, man. Okay. I didn't know his name, but yeah, okay. I know who he's now.
He's good, man. I'm gonna look this up. Someone Great. I'll take that.
Well, we got something for you. Someone Great, 2019.
Yeah, actually, I'm putting this in my. And it's got Rosario Dawson in it too. Hell
Yeah,
yeah!
and RuPaul. You love RuPaul, so there you
I
go.
know you always love RuPaul.
Of course, yeah. I
Where
have seen this one. If you got two old people on a beach walking, I've seen it. I'm there. Something's got to give.
Viagra commercials, bro.
Yep. Have
Viagra
you seen
commercials.
Something's Got to Give with Jack Nicholson?
Something's got to give. It sounds super
Yeah.
familiar. No, hell no, I haven't seen this.
Oh, it's a good flick.
No, you watched it?
Yeah, it's a good
It was
movie.
good.
Yeah, if this is the one I'm thinking of, is the one where he has it's not onset dementia, like he has Alzheimer's, I believe. It's one of those. Actually, no, he's very neurotic. He has to kind of like repeat things, like he has to open a door and shut it 5 times before he
That's
leaves the
OCD.
room. I think that's the movie, unless I'm confusing that with something else.
I've never seen Jack Nicholson play those type of roles,
I
except for
might
like.
be I might be confusing this with a different movie, but I think it's Something's Got to Give, where he plays this really quirky, weird character. Let me see if it says.
No, he suffers from. He has a heart attack, or Amanda has a heart attack.
I remember being sad. You're right, Adam. Okay, Hack the Movie says I'm right. Thank you,
Oh yeah,
Tony.
right, okay.
Oh no, I'm wrong. As Good as It Gets. I was wrong, Tony. Unless he's talking about something else completely. Yeah, As Good as It Gets is what I was talking about. So no, I have not seen something. I've only seen 2 movies on this shitty Netflix list.
Bro, how many have I seen already? That named already? I think
You've
there's only
only
2,
seen
right?
like a few more than I have, because no one's heard of these movies. You know what? I shouldn't say shitty. They could all be very, very good movies for all I know. I just, they're very obscure. I've never heard of them. So to me, they're bad.
To All the Boys I Loved Before. It sounds like the name of your album.
Yeah. To All the Boys I've Loved Before. It's a memoir that I'm working on right now.
I got you. Yeah.
You're on there. You're on
Yeah,
there,
I just caught that. I just caught that. He said some memoir I'm working on. That was a good one.
I've not heard of this, but there you have it. There's Entertainment's 25 movies to watch right now. Romantic films. They're going to pull at the heartstrings. They're going to pull at the swimsuit area. You're going to have a great time with them. I have one more list. This one's actual movies that we've heard of. Okay.
Yeah, man.
And it has the worst title ever. The 24 best meet cutes
in
rom-com history. What the hell is a meet cute?
I never heard of that. You know, recently, when I kept on hearing about rom-com before I knew what rom-com meant, I thought it was a video game. Like it was attached to a video game or something, like rom-com, like Capcom. Like, yeah, for real. Like I thought it was I really was like lost. I thought it was like some anime shit until I figured out what it was.
You know what I learned maybe 2 years ago? Sega, the company, the video game company.
Yeah.
Backwards Sega is ages. That's
really
cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I can't remember
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Totally random question. Is your Nintendo really that small? Was it really that small back in the days?
No. This is these are the minis.
Oh, because I was looking at it, I was like, was Nintendo's really that small back then?
Yeah, these are the mini Nintendo and the mini Super Nintendo. Remember, these were a thing, like the hot marketed. Yeah, they work. Yeah.
And they got games on them.
They come preloaded with, I think, 20 so games. Yeah, like kind of the classics.
I knew a girl last year, this is no lie.
Yeah.
He had the original Nintendo in a box, all the video games in the box.
Wow.
She collected them.
Shit.
She wasn't doing it because she likes it. She just was like that type of person that collects, like she keeps everything in a box, and it was in the box. I'm like, you know how much that's worth? Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
That's insane. We got one more super chat here from Kyle, $2. Thank you, Kyle. Last House on the Left is my favorite V-Day movie.
Yeah, you definitely strike me as that. You definitely strike me as the Last House on the Left.
You know, a real coming of age story.
Very coming of age. It's actually pretty good too, though. Believe it or not.
Well, the original, yeah, that thing is brutal.
Oh, you didn't like the remake? I thought the remake was pretty good too. You didn't like it?
No, the remake's fine. I just like the original. You know, the original's kind of the one that set the standard. Pretty intense shit. All right, let's get to this other stupid list thing we're doing. Get over here.
Definitely this list.
All right, best 24 meet cutes.
and rom-com.
The Holiday, 2006.
I've never heard of that movie.
This is a Kate Winslet vehicle. I did not see this.
Me either.
The Big Sick. This is a
It's your boy again.
Kumalian. Yeah, I did
it's
see.
your
I
boy.
did see this. This is actually a really good movie.
Really?
Yeah, really good comedy.
You recommend this?
I would recommend it for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's on Netflix also. Don't quote
No,
me,
because
but
I'm asking for real, like, because I want to watch some of these. If
no,
you recommend them,
this
it's
is a
good.
good movie. Yes, I saw this when it
Okay.
came out. It's good. Check that one out.
Okay.
Hitch. I would not recommend
Hey.
Hitch. Yeah,
Is it Hitch with Will Smith? That was actually good. You didn't like that?
it's fine. It's
That was
fine.
pretty straight.
Yeah, it's got the song. So
Yeah,
you know what's funny? Okay, so what's funny about this song, Bless, is Will Smith came out with a, I'm sorry, what's funny about this movie is Will Smith came out with a song at the same time called Switch, not
I didn't even
Hitch.
know that.
Do you remember that stupid song?
No,
Oh, I love it. It's as
you strike me.
dumb. It's as dumb as they get. He's got the side hat on, the side backwards hat. He's in the studio and he's going, now switch. Oh, it's awful, but I love it.
You probably supported Vanilla Ice when it came out too, right?
I can't imagine anyone hates the song Ice Ice Baby.
That's
I
amazing, but I'm just saying
feel
you
like
strike
it's
me as like,
a
can we go
fantastic
by that?
song. I did not like Cool as Ice, the movie. I did not see it in
Classic.
its entirety. I
The
don't think
classic.
I've ever seen anything else he's done other than that
Me
one
neither.
song.
Drop that zero and get with this hero. That's the
Yeah,
only line.
I just remember Hitch, that cringy dance scene at the end where they all line up and they're all kind of dancing at the camera.
Dude, I've
Will
seen this
Smith
one time.
gets his face like blown up because he eats a pepper or something.
Yes, that part I
Yep.
remember. I remember that.
And I think he kicks Eva Mendes in the face off a jet ski.
You know what? Something About Mary. That's my Valentine's movie.
I love Something About Mary.
Something About Mary is one of the funniest movies ever.
Hang on to that,
Okay.
because when we're done with this list, we'll give our actual recommendations. I'm just trying to get feelers out for different films that people might have seen and not. I really like Serendipity. John Cusack, Kate Beckinsale. Couldn't really tell you anything about it anymore, but I remember watching it and thinking, you know what? This is a good movie. I'm in.
That was John Cusack's comeback around that time. Remember, he was coming back. He disappeared for a little bit in the 90s, and then he started coming back around like 98, 99, 2001.
Yeah.
I think I remember when this came out.
Because he also did High Fidelity around the same time, right?
Yes,
that was also a good movie.
Yeah, I got this kind of Serendipity. I've got confused with High Fidelity.
High Fidelity was solid. Jack Black is in that, I think.
Yeah,
and,
Jack Black is in. He runs a record store.
I like John Cusack. I like both
Yeah, I have
Cusack,
no problem with
John
John
and
Cusack.
Joan. Good guy, or good combo, brother sister. Notting Hill, your boy Hugh Grant, Julia
Hugh
Roberts.
Grant, seriously. Every time I think of Hugh Grant, I think of the prostitution sting. Remember?
Whenever I think of Hugh Grant, I just think of
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Notting
Hill, not interested.
I wonder if he negotiated with the prostitute that night, like, like 5 pounds, 10, 20. If he negotiated.
Annie Hall, you a big Woody Allen fan?
You know what? I tried to get into Woody Allen in the early 2000s. I tried. Like I really went all out. Because remember, Woody Allen, he even went into the not horror, but the suspense route with that one movie with it's the girl from the Marvel series. I forgot her name. But yeah, he did a suspense thriller type movie with her in it.
Wait, he didn't do. I know what you're talking about. The Alien one? Are you talking about with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Remember the tennis players? They were tennis players. It was like a murder.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of God, what is that movie where Scarlett Johansson? It's basically like Species, but far more abstract.
Yeah, no, I never got a chance to see it because Focus Films was killing around that time, and he did one, I think, for Focus, which was that one, the tennis player one. But Woody Allen's hit or miss, man. You got to be from New York and from that era of like where he stays at to really get Woody Allen.
I just never had any. I've never had any interest in his movies. I know Diane Keaton. This was kind of her big film, right? This was one of her first big ones.
What's his wife's name? Sung Lee.
Yeah, I don't know. Cream of Some Young Guy, I think.
That's Wayne's World Part
Yeah,
One.
it's Wayne's World Part One. You got it. Trainwreck. I have seen this Amy Schumacher movie. People really like this film. I didn't think it was all that great. Maybe
I don't
because
think I saw it.
I'm not really into Amy Schumer's humor.
Yeah, she's skinny in this one.
Showing a lot of leg there. Is that Amy Schumer in that shot? It kind of looks like Katherine Heigl, but I suppose that is
No, I'm saying
Amy.
she looks skinny back then. If you look at her
Well, yeah,
now,
I mean, yeah, she was. I mean, she wasn't near as heavy as she is now, for sure.
she's fat shaming. 50 First Dates is
We're
actually
fat shaming.
fat shaming.
We're pointing out weight discrepancies over
For
years.
real.
I was actually a lot thinner in high school than I am now, too.
Dude, you and me both.
Yeah.
Bro, 50 First Dates is not bad, but it's
Yeah,
not good either.
it's not good. What is this, their second movie together or third? Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, because they did Wedding Singer, and then they did, I think it was this was the second one they did, and they did a third one together. I didn't care for this movie, honestly. This is kind of the whole Bill Murray waking up and forgetting everything the next day, Groundhog's Day situation. Yeah, so Adam Sandler has to keep reminding her, and yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
This seems like a blessed pick right here. Reality Bites.
No.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. I used to like her too. She's kind of trash now.
What? Stranger
Winona
Things? She's good in Stranger Things.
Yeah, she plays a mom. I mean, it's not really hard to play that.
Well, she's
Yeah.
playing a mom in the new Beetlejuice movie as well. Are you excited for
Oh,
Beetlejuice
she's coming. Really? Who's playing Beetlejuice?
It's still gonna be our boy. Why am I forgetting?
Really?
What the hell? Why am I? Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton's coming back as Beetlejuice, and the new hotness, the flavor of the month, Wednesday Addams is going to be the new protagonist girl.
Ah,
What's her name?
I forgot. I just know her from the Scream movie.
I always want to say Olivia Rodrigo, and that's the pop singer.
No.
Jenna Ortega. I got
Jenna
there.
Ortega. Yeah,
Jenna Ortega. Yeah, she's the big star right now, so she's going to be the daughter of Winona Ryder in that.
Gotcha.
Fools Rush In, Selma Hayek, Matthew Perry.
No.
What a bizarre combination.
No. Look at the footage, man. Oh my gosh, look how grimy it used to look back then.
Yeah, also probably not the greatest photo they could have sourced either at entertainment.
Dude, the 90s, man, were a really good fucking time.
The Wedding Planner, 2001. Lindsay, for some reason, has never talked about Jennifer Lopez in this household, but she has seen every single Jennifer Lopez movie ever. She's seen enough. She's seen The Wedding Planner. She's seen like 13 other Jennifer Lopez romantic comedies. There's one where she's like a maid in New York. Maybe is it called Made in New York?
I'll look up Jennifer Lopez now. There's one movie she's in. I wonder if she's seen it. Jennifer Lopez.
I mean, I'm a fan of Jennifer Lopez, but I don't think it's for the same reasons Lindsay. Well, maybe it is for the same reasons, actually.
Who's IMDb? Here we go. Look up Jennifer Lopez IMDb.
Yeah,
there's a movie she came out with in like 95 where she was getting dog raped. Hold on a second. Where is that? Yeah, where is it at?
Very subtle. Just trying to get this stream flag at this point.
Yo, for real. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
While you're looking that up, Daniel Foz in the mix, off the top ropes with $2. He says Adam is Dragon, Bubba is Nighthawk, Perm rules. I don't understand. Am I supposed to know this reference?
I don't know.
Let me look this up.
Sounds familiar.
Dragon, Nighthawk. Am I supposed to know this? This is a movie reference, but is this Step Brothers? Is that Step Brothers reference? I don't know, Daniel. Daniel, I'm sorry. I don't know the quote or whatever you're trying to do. I think that's Step Brothers, but it's been a long time since, and I've only seen Step Brothers once. I know some people quote that movie beginning to end. Well, is that what it's from?
I don't remember.
It sounds like it is.
I'm trying to find a Jennifer Lopez movie because now it's going to be on my mind. She did a lot of work. Damn, she did a lot of work.
Let me look at the chat. He got it, says Daniel. Okay, good. I was worried I was going to miss that reference. Before Sunrise. Oh, by the way, I got to go back to The Wedding Planner. Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Lopez in the late 90s, early 2000s were the rom-com champions. They were the go-to actors you got. Matthew McConaughey was in The Wedding Planner. He was in Failure to Launch. He was in 10 Ways to Lose a Guy. He's in like 15 rom-coms. The guy could do nothing but rom-coms at the time. And now he's like a legit, like big star for being a good actor, not just the lovable boyfriend.
He was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, I think it was too.
Well, yeah, another romantic comedy.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Before Sunrise? I'm not familiar with this.
I never even heard of it.
Ethan
Hawke
Hawke
is in it. Wow.
Yeah. All right, this is one that I've been getting shit for a long time. I have not seen 500 Days of Summer. I heard it's really good. I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I like Zoe Deschanel or Deschanel or Disheveled, however you want to say it. She's a cutie. She's got that nerd look. I'm going to say something that might push a couple buttons, but I think Love Actually is one of the most overrated films of all time.
I've never even seen it.
I don't think it's good. Maybe it's because I have no heart on Valentine's Day, but this movie just does nothing for me. It follows a bunch of different people. I don't really give a shit about any of them. A lot of people watch it every Christmas. It's a hard pass for me.
Ooh, Sleepless in Seattle. It's a classic.
Yeah, Sleepless in Seattle is great. Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, the meeting at the top of the Empire State Building.
It's a good movie.
It's just, it's great. I actually saw a ranking somewhere. I can't remember who put it out, but they gave Sleepless in Seattle like a C. And I thought, this is absolute bullshit. Sleepless in Seattle.
Seattle is a classic.
I think that's kind of the movie people think about when they think of romantic films. Besides The Notebook, you kind of go to Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, Sleepless in Seattle is good.
Hey, is this the one I was there? Something's Got to Give, or is this the same one that
I think that's what you was talking about.
Is that the one I got screwed up from before, or is that the actual movie? Let me see. Yeah, this has got to be the one. When Erica escapes to her Hamptons house in search of some R&R, the last thing she would expect. No. This is the same fucking movie.
Oh.
This is the same movie.
Bridesmaids, the comedy? I haven't seen that one.
Bridesmaids is great. I like this movie a lot. It came out. This was like the female equivalent to The Hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah, raunchy comedy, all female cast. They're actually all really funny in this. Melissa McCarthy made a name for herself in this movie as this really gruff. She worked for like the CIA or something. I can't remember her profession, but she was a tough as nails, really gross character. Yeah, before that I knew her as Suki on Gilmore Girls. That was what I knew her from. But it's a good flick. The only negative I would say is Kristen Wiig, who I think is absolutely hilarious, has to kind of play the straight man in this movie, so she doesn't get to do a lot of the comedic things that she's really good at. Out of Sight, George Clooney. You know this one?
I had just looked that up. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
I have not seen it. Jennifer Lopez again.
Yeah, I just saw that on IMDb.
J-Lo.
It's not good.
Yeah, I can't imagine it is. I was kind of I wouldn't say anti-Clooney, but I felt like he had enough going for him with everybody else that I was an angsty teenager. I thought, I don't need it. I don't care about Clooney. But Clooney's charms over the years have won me over. And now I thought, yeah, I get it. I get why women dig him. I get why men want to be him. He's got something. He's got charisma.
Was he Batman with the nipples?
He was. And of course, he was Batman with the nipples, the cod piece. Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
That's what you remember him from.
They got a new one coming out.
Oh, God. I know. They just won't stop. How many more ABBA songs are there?
I've never even seen it, to be honest with you. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, I've never seen it.
Do you say ABBA or ABBA?
ABBA.
I say ABBA, but I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong about everything when it comes to pronunciation.
Is it Made in Manhattan?
I didn't see My Big Fat Greek Wedding because it looked like a terrible musical, but I do love ABBA/ABBA music. I'm a fan of that stuff.
Yeah, ABBA. I sampled ABBA before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big record too. Made in Manhattan. Jennifer Lopez.
This is another J-Lo vehicle. You look down any list, you'll find her if it's a rom-com.
No.
Kind of an odd choice for Ralph Fiennes.
Yo, for real.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Rave Fiennes, I think is how you say it. He has a really weird name to it. What?
It's Ralph.
It's not Ralph. It's like
it's
like Rav Fiennes or something.
Where's the judge in court?
Pronounce Raf. I look it up every time I have to say his fucking name. Rave Fiennes.
Yo, these two don't even look good together. It looks like a.
Did you hear me? It's Rafe Fiennes.
Yeah, Rafe Fiennes.
Yeah.
You know he played in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, and he's Voldemort in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, Voldemort.
It's a kind of an odd pick for a love interest in a movie.
Very much.
Roman Holiday, 1953, an absolute classic. This is, Audrey Hepburn, classic film. Never saw it. My wife really likes Romeo and Juliet.
This is actually pretty interesting. Not now. I don't think it lived up to it's dated, but when this movie came out, it was actually really damn good and stuff. Yo, this was actually good.
Yeah, it's got a big following. Isn't that Roman Polanski? I think.
That's who did that? Roman Polanski did that?
I think so. Roman Polanski movies.
I'm about to look up Roman. You gotta watch a trailer for that.
This I might have just completely. No, it's not him. I'm a fucking idiot. Who did this movie? Romeo and Juliet director. Oh, it's Baz Luhrmann. Oh my god, Baz Luhrmann. Why do people watch this? Why do people watch this channel? I don't know anything.
When you get a chance, watch the trailer. When this movie came out, no lie, it's dated. Right now, it's dated. But back then, when this movie came out, it was real. I was in high school. Matter of fact, yeah. When this movie came out, I remember my teacher took the whole class to go see it after school. Yeah.
Okay. How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Classic. Did you see it?
No. God no.
It's really good.
I don't identify with people that aren't white as ghosts. That's the only kind of love story I'm interested in. No,
it's really good.
Angela Bassett looks like an absolute smoke show in this film.
It's beautiful, yo.
That Taye Diggs?
Yeah, that was his breakout movie.
What we got here? Taye Diggs. Did they make a sequel to this, or was it a joke that I saw in a Family Guy where it's it was a joke? Stella's friend is like, it's time for you to get your groove back.
Yes, that's from Family Guy. Yeah, that's from Family Guy.
This is a good movie, you said?
Yeah, it's actually good.
Okay.
It's probably dated now, but it's good though.
Oh, I mean, everything's dated. We're dated now.
Yeah, but some stuff gets dated and it doesn't seem like it's dated. Yeah. That's actually good. When Harry met Sally,
I'm not as huge on this as a lot of other people are. This is always brought up in these lists, and I'm a big Billy Crystal fan, and I like Meg Ryan enough until she ruined her face with surgery. But
but no, it's good. You remember the kitchen scene? I mean, the restaurant scene.
Yeah. That's the one that's the thing that always gets brought up in movie clips and stuff. I mean, it's a quotable movie for sure. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so it's hard for me to. So it's hard for me to square the circle, as they say.
Square the circle. Dude.
Perm for $10. Thank you, Perm. Is Wedding Crashers a rom-com? I quote that movie to this day. Also, Daniel, thanks for saying that I rule. Perm, first off, thank you for the $10. You took one of my picks. I actually just rewatched Wedding Crashers with Lindsay last week. Not all of it. I, for once, fell asleep because I was dead hungover for MegaCon still. Hungover on lack of sleep is what I mean.
I'm about to say you drink.
No, I don't drink. But no, I got no sleep though for 4 days straight. That movie's funny as shit. Wedding Crashers. I made it up into the bedroom, the awkward bedroom scene where they're looking at Vince Vaughn sleeping at night and the mom comes in. Did you motorboat them? You motorboat that scene? You motorboating son of a bitch. And Isla Fisher is so good as the crazy girlfriend in that movie. Absolutely a pick of mine, Wedding Crashers. I would call it
Wedding Crashers is good.
it's a romantic comedy in maybe the most vulgar way possible.
I like when Will Frost was doing funeral crashes.
Oh my god! At the end, yeah.
Funeral crashes. I just gave somebody a spoiler right now.
No, well, I don't think so. Wedding Crashers is from what? Could you peg which year that movie came out? I'm gonna guess 2000. I'm gonna guess 2000. I think that's maybe too late. That might be too late.
Wedding Crashers like 2005, I think.
Wait! Don't look! Okay. American Pie came out. I was still in high school. God, that was so fucking long ago. And Wedding Crashers came out years after that. So you're right. It's probably like 2000. I'm gonna say 2003.
Maybe 3, but I'll go for 5. Check it.
Wedding Crashers release date. You were dead on with 2005.
2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That was a good era of movies. I remember those movies like crazy. That's a good era.
Was Road Trip before or after Wedding Crashers? I liked Road Trip a lot too.
Road Trip was like
Road Trip might be a 2003 movie.
Actually, no, Road Trip is 2000.
Yep, it is. Road Trip is 2000.
Woo!
God damn. You are beast mode right now.
Dude, that era I was collecting movies like ridiculously.
Big Kahuna for $5. Bed of Roses, 1996 with Christian Slater and Mary Stuart Matheson. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my wife's all-time favorite movies. Okay, Bed of Roses. Looking that up. I like Christian Slater.
Me too.
True Romance. Are we calling True Romance a romantic film? I mean,
I think it's definitely a fucking romantic. What about Heathers? I think Heathers is another romantic film.
Heathers, yeah. Christian Slater had some really early. Interview with a Vampire might be a stretch.
No, that's goth maybe.
True Romance is probably my favorite film by Christian Slater.
Mine is Heathers for sure.
Okay. It's been a hot minute since I've seen either of them, but didn't Quentin Tarantino?
He wrote it.
Did he write True Romance?
He wrote it. What about Pump Up the Volume?
I don't
know.
No.
Look up Christian Slater, Pump Up the Volume. I remember that.
I remember this. Wasn't that a song?
Yeah, but they made a movie of it too. Pump Up the Volume was 1990. I remember this.
Hang on. I think I have seen this movie.
Yeah, dude, I know you've seen that movie.
Oh, well, there's so many movies where I saw them on like TV. You don't know what you're watching, but you just sit and watch it. That's
John Woo. Yeah, Pump Up the Volume. He was in Broken Arrow as well. John Woo.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're doing Christian Slater movies, of course, Broken Arrow is a favorite of mine. It's so schlocky and awesome.
This is mine. Okay, I got two off the back. My 2 favorite Christian Slater movies is definitely Heathers. I know how this whole show.
Hang on. I thought you were going to bring us back to the topic, and you were going to say, "I got my 2 favorite." Like Valentine's Day movies, but you went to Christian Slater still.
Yeah, I was gotta say this before we move on to that. Okay. The Legend of Billie Jean, classic movie.
Is that a Western?
No,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay, look up the Legend. Oh, I got 3. Very Bad Things. I forgot he played in Very Bad Things.
I'm not a huge fan of that movie. Very Bad Things. That's with Cameron Diaz and what is it? Man. Marv from Home Alone. What is his name?
It is good.
And that's where they go to. That's basically what Hangover was kind of doing. They go to Vegas. They kill a stripper or a hooker, and they bury the body in the. I would have to watch it again. I was pretty young when I watched that movie, so I probably just didn't appreciate. That was around the time when they were doing a lot of those kind of dark, twisted comedies because they also had 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag with Joe Pesci, I think. Yeah, a lot of weird random stuff coming out around that time. Speaking of weird random stuff, before you say something else, Kyle Nelson's back for $2. Barbed Wire. Oh God, Barbed Wire with Pam Anderson is another one. Another Valentine's Day special with Barbed Wire. Fun fact: I lived in a very small town in Monticello, Minnesota. Little population. We had a rinky-dink movie theater, and when Barbed Wire came out, There was a line around the theater of all dudes waiting to go to that film. It was
Really?
like the night showing. I remember driving by with my family and we're looking out, going, "What are these guys lined up to see?" Boom, barbed
It was
wire
barbed wire.
up on the marquee.
Oh gosh, no.
What a gem of the film that was. How do you make a movie about Pamela Anderson and leather so unsexy?
Dude, that movie, I didn't even, that was like a Cinemax movie. I remember barbed wire. I think MTV had something to do with that or Cinemax.
Yeah,
One of those two. It was
yeah,
trash though. No, I'm good.
it's really bad. Do you remember Anna Nicole Smith in Skyscraper?
No. I
Oh,
saw
oh,
the co-host of documentary when I was in Africa.
yeah. Okay, did you have something else to say about Christian Slater before we get back to what we were actually talking about?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, watch The Legend of Billie Jean.
The
It's an
Legend of
amazing,
Billie Jean. That's right. You said
yeah,
1985's The Legend of
good
Billie
movie.
Jean. Helen Slater's in this as well.
Yes, it's a good movie, a very good movie.
Okay. A Texas teenager cuts her hair short and becomes an outlaw martyr with her brother and friends. Okay.
Her brother is Christian Slater. It's good, dude. It's so
Hmm.
good and stuff. Even my son's seen it, like for
That's
real.
that's a cut. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, Legend of Billie Jean. Used to come on HBO all the time.
Hard Rain. I love Hard Rain.
Oh God.
Look, we just want the money.
We
Morgan
just want the
Freeman.
money.
We just
Yeah,
want the money. He's the
we just
Morgan Freeman is the most sympathetic villain of all time. He just cannot play a bad guy without having to have some sort of a nice edge to him. It's
we
remarkable.
just want the money.
We just want the money.
Dude, I seen
Great
a
movie.
Morgan Freeman film when I was in Africa too. That one that he came out with recently. It was like a super B movie. I forgot the name of it. That's how bad. I mean, it was good, but that's how left field it was.
Do you have any romantic comedies to pick from? I said Wedding Crashers. I'm gonna look up some more really quick since I didn't have time to prepare much of anything for this. I was so into Madam Web, I didn't have time to look at anything else. Anything come to your mind? I'll give you one while you think about it. I got one that came out last year. No Hard Feelings with J Law and some young guy. I'm not sure his name. A very funny modern comedy that felt like something that would have came out in the 2000s. But
Mm.
you get Jennifer Lawrence naked for a bit. You get some slapstick humor. You get some great dialogue, some witty banter. I like this movie. I thought it was a fun time. Did you see
I
No
would
Hard
say
Feelings?
no. I would say mine will be something about Mary for sure. Something
Yeah,
about
that's a
Mary.
great movie.
That's a great romantic one if you want to do it like that. What else
Well,
is
Ben
another?
Stiller's got a string of great romantic comedies. Meet the Parents, if you want to throw that into the
Meet the
rom-com
Parents is
sphere.
really good. Meet the
The
Parents.
sequels, not so much, but the first one, you broke
Yeah,
his nose, fucker.
what's the one where his girlfriend, his wife cheated on him with the swim coach, the guy on the beach? And remember he tried to fuck.
Oh,
That was good
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
What was
Oh my
that?
god. That's with Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good too.
I'm gonna get it. Along Came Polly.
Along Came Polly. No,
Crocodile.
Along Came Polly's good too, but no, it's one more where he was on the
No,
beach.
I think
Yeah, Along Came Polly's really good.
Along Came Polly's the one where his girlfriend cheats on him
He has
because
two of them. They
he's a
came out at
risk
the same time.
assessor, and that's the one. And then there's the Heartbreak Kid.
The
A lot of
Heartbreak Kid, that's the
yeah,
one.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not big into that one. That one was all right. I thought it was all right. I
that's
like
the one. Heartbreak Kid.
Along Came
That's
Polly. I liked better. It's got Philip Seymour Hoffman as the Crocodile Tears kid or whatever.
he's still living off that one role.
He's got the
Yeah.
documentary crew following him around that he
He's still
paid
living off that
for.
one role. Yeah. Another good romantic one is Kids.
Yeah.
Kids is
Yeah.
amazing.
Real special romantic comedy there. We're really
Kids is
stretching with that.
amazing.
That's right up there with The Last House on the Left in terms of
Yeah,
romance.
watch Kids.
A lot of people are going to throw out Dirty Dancing, of course. Dirty
Oh
Dancing's
God.
garbage. It's a
Oh.
terrible schlocky film. You know what? I'm going to say an old school one that I actually watched not that long ago with the family and we love. Grease. It's a musical. It's fun. You got
That's so
Travolta
white.
in there. Yeah, I know.
That's so
I
white,
got
bro.
chills. They're multiplying. It's good. La La Land.
La La
Another
Land is good.
another great.
You put me onto La La Land actually.
Did you like that movie?
I didn't watch it yet. Yeah, but it looked good.
You put me on the La La Land.
Yeah, you put
Someday
me
I'll
on.
watch it, but you put me onto it.
Yeah, because
I
I saw
really
the
like
other movie the guy did. Remember we went to go see it? We saw the other movie he did. Um,
Babylon.
Babylon. Yeah,
Yeah, Babylon was great. I love Babylon.
Babylon was good. Babylon was really damn
And he
good. It
did
was
First
long.
Man. First Man is really good too. Sad as
Okay.
shit. Really sad movie about Neil
First
Armstrong.
Man? Oh yes, I didn't see that, but I heard of it though.
Did I say that right? Yeah, Neil Armstrong. I was
I'm
thinking
looking
like
it up.
Lance Armstrong. That's the bicyclist. I got it.
Yeah, First Man. Yep. Is it
Um, I'm
good?
I liked First Man a lot. It's a really
Okay.
sad movie. It's a little long, but I really dug it. I thought it was a beautiful
Uh,
film.
it's on the list.
Jim Carrey movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's a
Really
fantastic
damn good.
film. Really
That's a
good.
really
I
good
love the
movie.
creative way they shot the movie. I love the reverse time stuff they do in it.
Yeah,
And
that's
Jim
really
Carrey.
good.
Yeah, this is one of the first times. Was this before Truman Show or after? I think it was after.
After.
Yeah, it was still very early on when Jim Carrey was kind of stretching his talents outside of just straight comedy and kind of going into a serious route. He also did The Majestic, which is a solid flick by the same director that did Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. He would then do Number 23, which is a bizarre
That
horror
was
film.
weird.
It was not great, but it's a decent one-time watch. Not great though.
That's when he was trying to go like a different. He was trying to be like more out of the comedy realm and go into like suspense and horror. And
Yeah,
it just
he was trying everything, and I have to say to his credit, he's a damn good actor. He can play a lot of different characters. Going through here, I'm looking at some other ones. Of course, the movie Valentine's Day, with about 1,000 actors in it. It's one of the worst movies ever made.
I know you remember.
Legitimately horrible. You want to hear the list of actors in this movie, Bless?
Go for it,
You're
please.
gonna have your mind fucking blown. This was around the time. I gotta look up the. This was around the time when movies were doing the thing where they would just put every type of celebrity in the film that they could think of to get asses in the seats. Listen to this all-star lineup.
Go for
We
it.
have Julia Roberts, Jamie Foxx, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, Kathy Bates, Bradley Cooper, Patrick Dempsey, Jennifer Gardner, Topher Grace, Queen Latifah, George
Oh, I know
Lopez,
what movie that is.
Ashton Kutcher. There's so many people. Freaking Taylor Swift is in this movie. It's just a hodgepodge of who's that for 5 minutes and then they're gone. It's kind of like movie 43, where they just
Yeah, I
got
remember movie
every
43.
celebrity. Yeah, just horrible films. Horrible
Yo,
films.
remember that movie, My Bloody Valentine? I'm looking up at the horror Valentines now. You got My Bloody Valentine.
Yes.
Then you got
Oh,
Valentine.
you're thinking of horror romantic comedies. That would have been a great idea for a stream too, Bless. I didn't think
Yeah,
about that.
it's too late now because Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
But
Unless
you
we
know
do
what
it.
we could do is come up with a list for me to put out tomorrow
That's true
of
too. I'm
like
looking it up now.
top 10 romantic horror films to
Looking
watch.
it up right now
That's a
because I gotta
great
go back
idea.
and see actually.
What's
So
that?
I said I'm looking now to go back and see which ones that I liked that was really worth talking about.
We got
That's
some
good.
super chats while you're kind of doing some research on my behalf.
Huh.
Bubba, brother Bubba,
Brother
uh,
Bubba.
like like a legitimate stepbrother,
Hmm.
second brother, whatever you want to fucking call it. He's a brother to me. 199 super chat. She's out of your league is a fave of mine.
That sounds familiar too.
Was
She's
that
out of let me Google that. That
whenever
sounds
I hear she's out of your league, I instantly think Amanda Bynes, She's the Man. And I always confuse the two films.
she's out of my league or out of your league? 'Cause I
Your
see
league. She's out of your league.
okay, she's out of your league. I
I
don't see.
don't remember that either. She's
Yeah.
out of your league movie.
I think he's got him confused. No, she's out of my league.
She's out of my league is what I'm
Out of my
seeing.
league. I don't remember
2010.
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
do remember this cover. I never
Yeah,
seen this though.
that's that fucking Jay Baruchel or Baruchel, whatever, the guy that does the How to Train Your Dragon voice. They were kind of trying to make him a thing for a while. Do you remember that? He was
Yeah, it
in a
didn't work.
bunch of
Yeah.
because he was in The Sorcerer's Apprentice with Nicolas
Mhm.
Cage, and I think that bombed. I just never really got the appeal of that actor. He was fine as a supporting role in, I believe he's in Knocked Up as one of the stoners.
Damn,
I
he's got
think
a good ass. I went to his Instagram page, man. Damn, this looks. He got this one thing called Random Acts of Violence. Is this a movie? That cover looks amazing. Random Acts of Violence.
we have Perm for $5 just to put this to bed, Adam. You have been thinking of As Good as It Gets.
I remember that movie.
And probably one of Jack Nicholson's best performances. Perm,
Yeah.
thank you very much. The sad part is I went to the live comments to see if someone corrected me, and I saw someone said, it was probably you, As Good as It Gets. And then I immediately forgot the title again when Something It's Gotta Give came up. They both sound the same, kind of. As Good as It Gets, Something's Gotta Give, potato, potato. But yes, As Good as It Gets is a fantastic movie, and it absolutely is one of Nicholson's best performances. Thank you for clarifying. Kyle Nelson for $4.99 with the powerful super chat. Do you guys have any favorite Valentine Day TV episodes, i.e. Parks and Rec or The Office?
The Office, definitely. Parks and Rec is really good too, but the actual episodes, man, I gotta look.
Parks and Rec has a great Galentine's Day episode I remember liking a lot, where Leslie Knope and the girls get together for a day of debauchery, which is basically going to get waffles and talk about their feelings. It's a great episode. Plus, I just like the idea of Valentine's Day. I don't remember The Office having a Valentine's Day. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Because Phyllis keeps getting all these flowers and chocolates and a giant bear from Vance Refrigeration, and I remember Pam and everybody else being incredibly annoyed. But I can't remember the actual context of the episode, like what's going on during it. Is that also the Take Your Daughter to Work Day, or is that a separate?
Dude, The Office is one of the most slept on TV shows ever. Like, that's so good.
What are you talking about? It's like one of the most popular TV shows of all time.
No, I'm talking about
sleeping on that.
About to this day though, where it's like I really don't hear The Office mentioned that much.
It's mentioned all the time. You must just not be in the algorithm, because it's all like, yeah, you were in Africa too long. You don't know what's going on over here. All Americans talk about is The Office. And I'm going to tell you something. Hang on. I'm going to tell you something. The Office has.
Tell me, Adam.
I'm going to tell you right now. 3 of the best seasons of sitcom
in history.
Full stop. Right.
I agree.
But it also has some of the most atrocious final seasons of a sitcom ever. And I think the show really only stays good and watchable to about season 5-ish or 6. When Pam and Jim get married, the show is already gone. I hate the show at that point, and so I'm done. Around season 5, I'm done.
Hey, remember the King of Queens?
Yeah, I never watched it, but it's showing up all the time now. Like, clips are showing up all the time for me, and I think it's funny. The clips
Dude, it's really good. It's an excellent show.
I need to watch it. I keep putting it on the radar. Okay.
I'll rewatch with you. I'll start from episode 1. It's really that good.
We'll do that, because Lindsay and I are looking for something to watch at night. So if we can say, all right, we're going to knock out a few episodes of of the show, and you can watch in tandem at your house, and then we can discuss, like, hey, what did you think about episode 5? I thought that was good.
It's one of those shows, like you said, like you with your girl at night and you watch it right before you go to bed. That's the King of Queens.
We were going through Everybody Loves Raymond again recently. That's a nice. We like that show a lot.
Get into it, man.
I think it helps that my grandma is literally the grandma on Everybody Loves Raymond. So there's just like a level of, connection there that I have. Other Valentine's Day shows. Let me think. I
can't remember the particular episode, to be honest.
Seinfeld never really did. I mean, they did like the Christmas Festivus, and I can't think of a Valentine's Day one they did. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite shows. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't remember a Valentine's Day specific one.
That's a good show too.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I can't think of a Valentine. There probably is a Valentine's Day one of Always Sunny. It's probably the one where Charlie orders the milk steak at the restaurant.
Charlie is hilarious.
Give me your finest milk steak.
Damn, I wouldn't mind a milkshake right now, bro. Oh, it sounds good right now.
No, milk steak.
Oh, ill.
And they're like, what are you talking about, Charlie? What the hell's a milk steak? Thank you, Kyle. Sorry we couldn't give anything too concrete with that answer, but we'll try to think about it in the back of our minds. Big Kahuna's back for $5. I worked with Chuck Farrer. How do you say that?
Who?
Chuck
I work with
Farrer,
Chuck Farr.
who wrote Barbed Wire. Had him sign my Laserdisc during a meeting in front of the team. I thought he was going to punch me.
Bro, the fact that you even said a laser disc says a lot. Yeah, I've seen one. I've watched a movie on Laserdisc one time in my entire existence on this
I've
planet.
never watched a Laserdisc movie.
It was Dusk Till Dawn. It was actually really fun. At the time.
George Clooney vehicle.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
I watched that. So that would be a fun. Oh, that'd be a fun topic. Like top 5 or top 10 most awkward movie experiences with someone. That might be number 1 for me. I watched From Dusk Till Dawn at home with my dad when it came out. This was probably before DVD. It would have been VHS, I think.
Yeah, DVD came out way later, bro.
Yeah.
Way later.
Right. So I'm like young as shit when this came out. I'm watching this movie with my dad. I'm probably only 12 or so.
Yeah, I was say 12. Yeah.
And Cheech comes out and he's listing off all those different types of the female body part. There's cherry, there's peach, there's blueberry, there's raspberry. And he's going for like 30 different flavors of a female. And I'm just sitting here going, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable with my dad. We're thinking that at some point, this movie that has masqueraded in the trailers as a vampire film is going to eventually get there. And it doesn't get there until what? Maybe the last 30 minutes?
No, it's like the last. Yeah, it's a good movie though, man.
It's good. It's a great movie at the end, but that first hour is just. I mean, it's like a Quentin Tarantino fever dream of disgusting commentary and off the wall, moments that don't really have anything to do with the final section of the film.
Guess who wrote it?
Bizarre. Who?
Quentin Tarantino. I'm looking.
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah, I knew he had something to do with it because did Rodriguez direct it?
Well, I've noticed that Rodriguez and Tarantino are like in a relationship within movies.
Yeah, they did that stupid Grindhouse double feature together as well. Horrible. I hated that shit.
It was so bad.
I saw that in theaters with Lindsay, and I think she wanted to punch me in the face, much like Big Kahuna.
Yeah, that movie, that shit was horrible. Yeah, Quentin is 63 years old. Wow.
Yeah, he's only got one more movie, he says, coming out.
Oh, he says this is the last one?
It's called The Comedian or something. It's not called The Comedian, but The Movie Critic. It's something about movie critics in Hollywood, and that's about all he's given away, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Also from Dusk Till Dawn had Selma Hayek, and I'm pretty sure I became a man overnight during that dancing scene. Too. Oh my God. That was insane.
Yeah, she was fine.
All right. Do you have any other Valentine's Day picks? We got to save the horror ones. I want to use that. So just make a little list, make a list and send it to me, text it to me or something. And I'll see if I can use any of those in a top 10. I have to noodle on it. Yeah. Tie it to a carrier pigeon and have it fly over and give it to me.
Give me your fax number. Give me your fax number. People still fax to this day.
That's disgusting.
No, I'm dead serious. Motherfuckers still fax to this day, which shocks the hell out of me with email.
Well, I can't get over when you go to get your oil changed at some places, they still have that giant printer that prints off like 800 pages, and they have to tear off the sides and hand it to you like they just wrote you a fucking book. Like, okay, dude, thanks.
This is no lie. I was in this restaurant in Africa, and I was at this Chinese restaurant, and they had the old school paper, dude, like for like a menu paper, but it was a big one, and they had to use like pencil or pen to like write it. It was weird. Like I haven't seen that in so long.
Oh, hang on, Cody. Do you want to come on here for a second? I can send you the link, and you can give us some knowledge about Valentine's Day horror movies. If you're listening, Cody, just let me know, and I'll tweet you privately the link for StreamYard, and you can come on and say your piece and show us why you're the best. Kyle Nelson for and also Cody. I don't look at the chat. I look at the super chats, sir. I look at the super chats. Kyle Nelson for $1.99. My Boyfriend's Back, 1993, is a horror comedy gem. All right. I'm not familiar with that. Wait, maybe I do know that movie. Is it My Boyfriend's Back? Did he say?
I don't remember that.
I gotta look this up. I think that sounds familiar. And in the 90s is my bread and butter, so I would imagine I've seen this film. It's got a 5.4 out of 10. It's not great. I have no idea what the hell this movie is. No idea what this movie is. I remember Idle Hands. Remember that one?
I remember Idle Hands.
That was kind of a romantic comedy of sorts.
I remember that.
Adam doesn't read chat, says Daniel, as I read his chat in the private chat.
That's the name of the new show. Adam doesn't read chats.
Adam doesn't read. I read super chats. We're running a business here.
A real business.
Let me how do I share this with let me send this to Cody quick. Bless Cody is familiar with your work as Sutter Kane.
Oh, really? How you doing, Cody? My bro.
Well, let me see if I can get him on here and he can say hi to you in person, kind of.
I need to dye my beard. I'm starting to get grays here.
I should really. I can't grow a beard.
You can't? I thought all white people can grow a beard.
No, God, no. I mean, I could try for a month, and you would see what I'm dealing with. It's literally like 40 long pubic hairs come down from my face. It's disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, it's really gross.
Wow.
It's not a good situation at all.
I need to get my beard dyed.
I like that Cody hangs out and watches my stuff here now. It's fun. Cody and so you didn't know Bless because you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
I went on Cody Leach's channel on YouTube, and I and Sean Chandler, who's another movie critic, just talked shop for a couple hours, and then they invited me to go to MegaCon. If you're familiar with MegaCon, it's like this massive thing they do every year, like a Comic-Con. And I was on 3 different movie panels talking shop, and it was freaking awesome. We broed out and had a nice weekend.
Well, that was in Orlando, right?
It was in Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Dang,
and I feel like we really hit it off. Obviously, it's not going to interfere with what you and I have going. It's just kind of its own thing.
It's okay.
Yeah, they're not in South Carolina. There's nothing to worry about.
You gave up our location.
They know that. I have people once in a while be like, I'll put out a short where I'm leaving the theater doing a review.
Like, where are you?
No. The guy will be like, hey, I was there. I saw you recording that. Or I was in the theater you were in. I'm like, what?
Oh, wow.
Why do you say something to me? And
dude,
and it's one of those things where you're kind of like, nah, they're just saying that, to say it. But they'll be very specific. They'll be like, yeah, you were wearing a red jacket and you were jacking it. And I thought, yeah, that's me. It's exactly me. I think Cody's going to jump in. I sent him a link, I think, but it's just so hard to know with modern technology and how it's going to work out.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said I didn't even know Quentin Tarantino was married. His wife is 40. He's 62. Well,
you said that like that's a surprise. I think that if you're a man in Hollywood, your wife is typically about 15 years younger than you. Yeah, that's kind of a staple.
He says kind of a staple.
It's pretty much par for the course. I think Dennis Quaid's I don't know if they're married, but his wife or girlfriend is 25 years younger than him or something.
Mick Jagger just had a baby not too long ago. I think it was
I think so did Scarface Pacino. Al Pacino did, and Robert De Niro.
That's who it was.
I'm sorry.
It was. Yeah, sure was.
There he is.
It was.
Hello.
Anything done right, you got to do it yourself.
Oh my gosh, with a good microphone and everything.
I know he's got that stupid deep baritone voice too. So it's like, oh, how's it going?
I'm telling you, I was trying to hook mine up, and I was having problems.
All right, Cody, drop some knowledge on us as the horror expert over here. What's a
Expert.
good
Oh man, you're
What's a
overselling me, man.
well, I mean, self-proclaimed, whatever. Valentine's Day horror films. Let me have them.
All right.
All
Well,
some of
before I
the-
even say that, your Christian Slater pick, sir, awesome. So I don't
Dude, I'm
know.
a movie fanatic.
Yes. Yeah. Every
Okay.
single one, I'm like, yes, Billie Jean, yes.
I'm trying to tell you. See, Adam grew up on Disney. I grew up on real movies. Two different worlds.
Yeah. Likewise.
worlds.
It's a painful existence, isn't it? Because you
Yeah,
just walk
two
around,
different
you're just like,
worlds.
I'm 20 years ahead of everybody my age. What the fuck's going
You
on?
feel me?
All right, so
Oh.
thanks for stopping by, Cody. Thanks for stopping by, Bless.
Yeah, completely and stuff, yo.
All right, Cody, give me your list so I can steal it and use it in a video tomorrow and pretend
All
like
right,
I
so-
came up with it myself.
Yeah, in no particular order. I was just rattling off some romantic horror movies. So I think The Lost Boys would fit. I didn't put it on there because it's just an element of the movie, but it's, you know, the whole thing's kicked off because the guy wants a piece of ass. So there's that.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, as someone who just watched it a week or so ago, and then
Give you another
actually
excuse to
enjoyed it
talk
quite a
about
bit.
it.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was a nice little time at the home theater.
There you
And,
go. Well, pivoting from that to another classic vampire movie from the 80s, you got Near Dark. I don't know if you've ever
Near
seen
Dark
that
is
one.
actually pretty straight. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Never
See,
heard of that movie.
hey Adam, you might as well get off this one. It's me and Cody now.
I'll just sit back and you know, let you guys drive for a while. That's fine.
Yeah, so Near Dark is
not bad, actually. I forgot about Near Dark.
it's a Western vampire movie. It's directed by Catherine Bigelow, who went on to do Zero Dark 30 and Point Break, and it's got Bill Paxton in one of his best roles. It's got Lance Henriksen. Basically, the cast of Aliens is in there as vampires. That's a really good one. You've got another vampire flick. If you want the foreign version, the original, it's Let the Right One In. If you want the American, it's Let Me In.
So I'm familiar with both of these movies. I like the foreign one better. It's got some fantastic cinematography. That shot where the camera's under the water and you just see the body parts drop in.
And the kid getting dragged.
It's so good.
It's good stuff.
Great pick.
Yes, those are good ones. Pretty recent one, Bones and All, which is a cannibal one.
Oh,
I know what it is. I did not see it.
Not a fan.
Sucked. It was so bad. Oh, that movie was so
okay.
bad.
Hang on here. Hang on a fucking second. Cody, bless, he's one of those guys that loves Barbarian. And you and I saw that movie together, and Bless was so
horrible, man. You struck me as Cody. You struck me as a person who has a subscription to Shudder. Shudder, don't you? You like
Cody,
the Shudder. You like the Shudder originals.
I went to.
I have a subscription to AMC Plus. Shudder just comes free with it. So let's.
I bet it does. You watch Shudder originals, don't you? The Shudder originals.
No, actually. Yeah, I actually the last Shudder original I watched was because of a sponsorship obligation. I wanted to watch one of the originals coming out, and I watched it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just say the plot synopsis and stop talking.
Dude, I saw one Shudder original that was okay. It was about an influencer guy who had to stay at a haunted house overnight and crazy crap.
I know what you're talking about.
Deadstream, maybe.
Deadstream, yes. That was all right. It was okay.
Was it good?
It was okay.
I haven't seen one good Shudder movie yet.
It was okay. It was probably better than Madam Web is going to be.
Bones, the ones he's talking about, that movie is horrible. Oh gosh, have you seen it?
Not for everyone. You know, not for everyone.
Cody's got a sophisticated taste, I guess, because we went to Barbarian. Bless and Lindsay, my wife, and we walked out of that movie so frustrated and pissed. And then I
walked out of it and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I know. Here's the thing. We're in the minority. I understand that. Like Rotten Tomatoes has that thing 90% or something. It's very high. I was so pissed. And I made a review just bitching about that thing. And I actually got a bunch of views and subscribers on that because as much as critics really liked it, there were a lot of people that were also very frustrated with just the nonsensical nature of the flick. And I mean, I just don't get it. It's
Cody,
crazy.
Let me ask you a question. What did you like about Barbarians?
There are very, very, very rare occurrences where I walk into a movie and I literally cannot figure out where it's going as hard as I try. It's kind of a curse that I have because I watch so many movies that I always see things coming. And a lot of times it can be a detriment to my experience. Barbarian was one of those movies where I walked in blind. All I knew was Bill Skarsgård and Airbnb. And luckily the trailer, that's pretty much all that they give you. And I watched it and I thought it was really interesting and tense, where it set up things almost like he's going to be a creep that's going to be preying on the main character, and then out of nowhere you're like, oh shit, that's not what's going to happen, and it like just needle drops back to Justin Long, and you spend 15 minutes trying to figure out, well, what the hell is this, where are we going now? And then my brain's trying to figure, okay, Justin Long's probably going to get back into the story here, and then all of a sudden it's totally different. So like 3, 4, 5 different times in that movie I thought I was being smarter than what was going on, and it took me for a complete left turn. It's batshit wild and crazy to where I get why it doesn't appeal to some people. I mean, it's one of those things where I made my wife watch it just so I could watch her reaction. Like as soon as like, you know, the breastfeeding scene was coming up, I was just like just doing that and just waiting for a reaction.
Did your wife like it?
She pretty much the same reaction as me, because she was like, yeah, okay, obviously he's going to be a killer and she's going to go in the back, and I'm like, oh yeah, you got to figure it out, babe. Yeah, we'll see. And
what are your thoughts on Lost, the TV show?
I never watched it. My wife started watching it. I was late to the party, and by the time I would have had interest in watching it, the only story about Lost was like one of the most fumbled TV shows of all time.
Yeah,
so I was like, well, I'm not investing the time in that.
I only ask because I feel like if you like the kind of left turn out of nowhere style of movie or whatever, where it doesn't necessarily have to make a lick of sense, but it's shocking and different. That's basically what Lost was every single week, to the point where it was just so frustratingly stupid for me. I couldn't handle it, and then that was Barbarian. But regardless, you know, different strokes for different folks. A lot of people like Barbarian, and the writer, I think, came from a comedic background, so it's also possible
that shows.
They were just having fun with it, I think. Last thing I want to say on that, in the horror panel at MegaCon, when Joey went off on one of his like 20-minute tangents on Barbarian, can we agree that he was dead wrong about the villain being Justin Long? Justin Long was not the Barbarian of the movie. It was the fucking dad who dug all the tunnels under the ground and kept his wife under there. Justin Long was just a piece of it, you know.
He wasn't the main villain of like the main story going on, but he was definitely the one that was going to get the biggest reaction, because you barely even have any relationship with the main guy. You just see him in spots. But yeah, he was the one, and I liked how they did that too. That was another thing I liked about the movie, was it constantly challenged what you thought about Justin Long, because you meet him at first and you're like, this guy's kind of a douchebag, and you hear about these allegations, and then you start to see him be a little bit more broken down about it, and you're like, okay, maybe he's a decent guy, and then they're like, oh no, he's a complete fucking asshole, and then
he's an unlikable prick.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, one way I'm sure that we can all agree on is the Fly.
Oh yeah,
That's a good movie.
Jeff Goldblum, classic.
It's a really good movie.
That's a good one. That's a definitely romantic movie.
Remember The Fly 2?
Fly 2.
I only saw it once.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not good. Not for me. If I saw it as a kid and I didn't have the desire to watch it again, I know as an adult that movie must have been fucked up. Fresh. This was one from just either last year or the year before. This was a Hulu exclusive. It's got the Winter Soldier in it. And all I will tell you is that it starts off as like this meet cute where a girl, you know, she feels like there's no good guys in the world, and she goes to the grocery store and she has this little unplanned encounter with the Winter Soldier. I forget the guy's name, Sebastian Stan. And he seems like the perfect guy. And 30 minutes into the movie, you find out that is not the case. And that is all I will tell you.
Actually, I didn't even know this.
Fresh is wild.
It's good,
wild. Yes.
If you have cobwebs on this list, you can just cross it out right now.
That's not a romance.
I know. I was joking.
No, Cody, what about Skinamarink? Is it Skinamarink?
No.
Oh man,
that was my third.
Did you see that, Adam?
Favorite.
Adam, did you see that?
No, you told me it was so horrible that I didn't go. I just didn't waste my time.
People throw around the term endurance test way too often. That movie was an endurance test.
It was bad, bro.
It was rough.
It was so bad. It's one of the worst movies I've seen in my life. It's not. I would consider that a movie though. It was just. It was an
experiment. It was like a. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, just here's Skinamarink.
Let me save this.
There's Skinamarink.
That's Skinamarink for real. Like,
it's the opening shot in M. Night Shyamalan's Sixth Sense, which is just showing the TV set for like 3 minutes straight and nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that
the
was
audio is so bad they have to put subtitles in it, and then during the last 20 minutes of the movie, they just say "fuck you." You don't get any subtitles anymore, so you just
Yeah,
can't hear the last act of the movie. You're just like, what?
yeah, it's bad.
For creative reasons. Bride of Chucky. I got to put that on there. I mean, that's a classic.
It's a
Yeah,
classic.
Bless, you're a big you're a Chucky fan, aren't you? Can't remember.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm a
sir.
huge horror fan.
Yeah.
Yes,
My
sir.
son, no, there's a funny thing about Chucky because my son's 24 now, but when he was a kid, he wrote a letter to the cable company to not play any Child's Play movies because he was scared of Chucky. My mom helped him write the letter.
Mm,
Yeah, it was amazing.
that's
It
pretty
was
cool.
amazing. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool. Yeah, he was scared of Chucky. But no, I think my favorite horror, man, Return of the Living Dead. That's my favorite one of life. The first
Wow.
one, Return of the Living Dead.
I have
Amazing.
3 on this list because that's a romantic horror movie.
Yeah, that's
Right?
really good. Oh, you have that on the list? Return of the Living Dead?
The third one. The third
Yeah,
one's on
Return of
this
the Living
list.
Dead is. Oh, you like the third one? The third one, I remember when I bought the third one. I was on my way home from school and I bought it. I bought it on VHS.
That was one of those movies where back in the day when you used to go through Blockbuster or wherever and you would just pick the horror movie based off of what had the most badass VHS cover. That was one that
That was
always
that
stuck in
one.
my head, like the chick with all the glass and the barbed wire in
Yeah,
her. And I was like, what is that about? And I didn't watch it till I was like in my 20s. But
really?
it's campy, but that one's pretty good. You know,
I saw it
guy's
when I was 15.
girlfriend dies and he reanimates her and then she starts turning
Yeah.
evil. And yeah, it's a good
Now,
one.
Return of the Living Dead 3 is good. But part 1 and 2 is really damn good.
Yeah. I have Candyman on here. That one is basically like a gothic love story.
Yeah.
And American Werewolf in London.
And hang on, Candyman.
Yeah.
I don't remember any love story.
Okay, so wait. If we're gonna go for a love story, then shouldn't we go like The Crow?
Yeah, The Crow. I always consider The Crow more an action movie, but it's horror adjacent for sure.
Yeah.
Are you saying Candyman because of his background with like?
Well,
falling in
no,
love?
it's his, like the main character of the movie, Virginia Madsen. It's kind of like it's kind of a gothic allure love story between those two, where he's more or less trying to draw her in to be. She's like his reincarnated love or something. Like they have a painting on the wall at one point of the woman that he died for, and it's literally her. So yeah, there's very, very much like a gothic love story tone going through that whole movie.
It's been a couple years. It hasn't been that long. I guess I just didn't pick up on her reciprocating the love his way.
Oh, she doesn't.
Yeah.
Helen, be my victim.
Like I feel like she's like more of an Agent Scully kind of a character where she's kind of more business.
Yeah, he's just mutilating everybody around her. She's not willingly going along with it for sure.
This is like a Vigo love story in Ghostbusters 2.
How about Ichi the Killer?
What is it?
Ichi the Killer.
Never seen that.
Killer? What the hell is
You've
that?
never seen Ichi the Killer?
I think you just made that movie up.
Look it up.
Ichi. I don't even know how to spell that. Like Ichi or Ichi
the Killer.
Have you
never seen Ichi the Killer? Wow.
Did you guys see?
Oh, is it anime?
No, it's not anime. Boy, it was based off anime first, but it's a movie.
That's why.
Did you guys see the new Candyman? I
thought that was. I saw it again. Saw it recently.
I thought it was solid.
I thought it was really good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It got a little it got a little heavy-handed and a little bit it felt like the third act was missing a good 15 minutes, but I liked it overall.
I thought
the creativity on some of the kills in that one was just fantastic with the art scene. Just really well.
It was well directed. That's the shame is when you see that director's next job was the Marvels, and it's like, yeah, you guys just threw her to the wolves.
Really, the same director did that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm a Marvels apologist. I thought the movie was fine and fun. Hour 45.
I thought it was okay. It was fine. I'm not a hater on it, but the way that they treated her, where it was just like, the problem with that movie, we didn't have enough people to watch over the director. It's like, oh.
You know what doesn't help though is when she also came out for some reason and was like, yeah, I'm kind of working on 2 movies at the same time. Like, just kind of already dismissing the Marvel, like, oh yeah, I'm doing that, but I'm also doing a really good movie over here.
Yeah, I directed my scenes. Kevin Feige's got the other 2/3.
Right. The rest of it's AI. It's fine. It takes care of itself. Before you jump into more, if you have more, I got 2 super chats I'll throw out quick. Big Kahuna for $5. Thank you, Big Kahuna. Oh my God, can't forget to mention another of the wife's all-time favorite romantic comedy. Movies. Me Before You with Emilia Clarke. Emilia Clarke, hubba hubba. Yeah, Emilia Clarke is she's a tasty treat, of course. I don't know what the hell Me Before You is.
I don't know that one either.
Big Kahuna's thrown out some really obscure films that apparently his wife loves, but I've never heard of. Troy McClure for $5 to bless. Hip hop fans feel. Oh, wait. Maybe we should. Let's wait on this one because this is maybe something that you could speak about for a while. We'll go back to that. So go ahead, Cody. It looked like it was something you could dive into a little bit. I don't want to waste Cody's time.
Yeah, whatever you had to talk about would be a waste of my time. Anyway, American Werewolf in London was the last one.
Oh, yeah.
The new one? The remake in the 90s or the original?
You mean well, that's American Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah. The original.
Yeah. Right. It's like an unofficial sequel. It really just the name and some of the concept. Yeah. I'm one of the few people that actually likes that. I have like a sick nostalgia, guilty pleasure for Paris, but no, London is. I mean, they both would qualify for romantic horror, but London's going to be the one that most people would at least appreciate watching. I'm
going to throw a horror flick out there for you, just off the top of my dick. The Frighteners.
Oh yeah.
Great horror. Yeah, great romantic.
If it wouldn't have cost me like a fucking mortgage payment, I would have brought in the Frighteners Blu-ray to get Michael J. Fox to sign it. But I was oh yeah, I don't know.
I think I'm the only one that like really likes that movie. I've seen it probably 15 times. I can
just
quote.
Just us two, my friend.
You like that movie a lot too. I think it's so good.
Next to Back to the Future, that's my favorite Michael J. Fox.
Oh, movie. Absolutely. I don't know who plays Agent Danvers, but he is so freaking good at that.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs. From Reanimator. Yeah.
Agent Danvers has been part of a lot of cults and sex.
What'd you say?
I've never seen Reanimator, and I've never seen The Frighteners.
The Frighteners is awesome. I mean, some of the CGI might be a little bit dated for a first-time watch, but it's a really good, like, it's Peter Jackson. So it's pre-Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson.
Gotcha.
And then
it's post-Monkey Brains Peter Jackson. Like really, yeah.
But no, Reanimator, I never saw either. I gotta check out Reanimator.
That's a wild one. I mean, you literally got like a dude, like a reanimated severed head trying to like go down on a chick. That's the type of movie it is.
Reanimator? I gotta check out Reanimator.
Well, those are great picks. That gives me a lot to chew on too, because now I'm thinking of other movies that would kind of fall into the category and maybe not so. You know, one actually just came out, a unconventional horror romance.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Yeah, Lisa Frankenstein.
I didn't see that yet. It was good.
It was decent.
It was all right. Yeah, it was all right.
It's one of those movies where you watch it and you can immediately picture the type of girl that's going to be their favorite movie of the year, like, and they're going to be their new cult classic, like this generation's Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
And I've already seen a lot of them like on YouTube where they're like, "This one's for the weird girls," and I'm like, "Yes, it is, ladies. This is for you."
Yeah. It was missing something, I think, to push it there for me. It didn't go all the way with some of the ideas.
Some of it with me, it teased that line between PG-13 and R, and it was like, just do it, just fucking commit. And yeah.
It was almost there, but it's still a fun watch.
Yeah.
I think that what
I
was the one
appreciated that they were able to like capture the 80s aesthetic without doing all of the cliche 80s shit.
Yes.
Like the same 5 songs, and they always got to show like American Bandstand on the TV at some point.
There was a couple parts where I thought, okay, we brought up the Sports Illustrated, we brought up they had like the football phone at one point. I'm like, okay, we're maybe going a little
phone.
the shoe phone. I thought a movie that really impressed me last year that did go all in is Poor Things. Freaking loved that movie. Really, did you see Poor Things, Bless?
No.
I think you dig that a lot.
It was good. Let me look it up. I'm trying to make a good little list here.
Yeah, Emma Stone is fantastic.
Poor Things.
Yeah.
I got you.
Did you see that one, Cody?
Yeah, that was one of the last movies I watched last year. Well, it wasn't quite my thing, but I can appreciate what they were going for. A little out there for me.
It's no Barbarian.
No.
Bro.
All right, Bless, you want to answer this question?
I was even in the country around this time. I wonder why I see
Troy McClure, $5 to Bless. Hip-hop fans feel under-repped in horror. Always seems tied to rock. Top 3 rappers or albums? By the way, for Shudder, When Evil Lurks, 5 out of 5. In my
Well, there is a difference between a movie that's acquired by Shudder and a Shudder original. So there are some good movies that were acquired by Shudder, and When Evil Lurks is one of them.
Evil Lurks. Okay, I got it right here. I'm put that down as my list to watch.
Can you answer this question?
What was the answer? I mean, what was the question? We see to Bless hip hop fans feel under-repped in horror. Always seems tied to rock. That's very true. I agree to that and stuff. I definitely agree to that. and everything. Yo, hip hop fans definitely get under-repped and stuff. But I think they're trying to change that nowadays and stuff with movies like Get Out and stuff like that. I think it's trying to change.
Like
But
Jordan Peele's definitely.
yeah, he's kind of like he's changing it a little bit, I would say. But I do agree to that and stuff, yo, for real. I do agree to that.
Do you have
100%.
3 top rappers or albums?
Yeah, Sutter Kane, Donnie Darko, Pull the Fucking Trigger. Top albums, August Underground. August Underground is definitely one of my favorites. Devil May Cry is one of my favorites. And I would say Goody Mob's album, Soul Food album is dope. That's it.
There you go.
All of it was my stuff though. Just look up sutterkane.com. That's it.
It's really weird walking in the house and hearing your voice blasting out of my daughter's like phone.
See?
My at the time, my 14-year-old daughter listening to what is it, Black Nazi?
Black Nazi. And stuff, yeah. I push edges there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I don't care.
Dude,
I don't think my daughter understands the context of the music. She just likes the voice and she likes the beats.
Dude, you should see my endorsements. Like when I get these meetings, it's so hilarious. They go over the lyrics. That shit is funny as hell. Cool. Recently, I had to tell the guy, I was like, dude, my fan base is 98% white. I probably have 5 black fans.
That's yeah.
And I said maybe 6, including my cousin. Maybe 6. I'm like, maybe 6.
Well, Cody knew who you were. I met you a couple weeks ago.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, Kane. Yeah.
Dude, you seen In the Mouth of Madness, I know, right?
What's that?
Yeah, In the Mouth of Madness. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
What do we got here? Oh, Big Kahuna. I have the Frighteners on Laserdisc. What is this? You still got the Laserdisc going strong.
Those were such a pain in the ass.
Oh my god.
This was as big as a vinyl.
Oh yeah, you had to flip them halfway through the movie.
Yeah,
like,
they had that on DVDs too. I remember when I had Sleepers on DVD and fucking Stargate.
Yeah, widescreen on one side and full screen on the other for a while there.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was the thing. But on the early first gen discs, they had 2 sides. Like Stargate stops halfway through, and you have to get up and flip that disc over to play the second half. Absolutely ridiculous. Like my VHS didn't have to be flipped.
That's how I felt when I was watching the Lord of the Rings extended editions for the first time. It was like half a movie per disc.
And those are Blu-ray. The Blu-ray couldn't hold them.
I know.
Insert disc 2 out of 20.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, I had never seen them before, and everybody on I was getting ready to do a ranking. Everybody on my comment section was like, "You got to watch the extended editions. Those are the only ones."
That's right,
assholes. And so I go to watch the movie, not realizing they're all 4 hours long now.
Yeah.
And so my wife is watching them with me, and I go to put in the third disc, which at this point is just the first half of the second film.
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, so we're almost done." And I was like, "No."
We're just getting started, baby.
Yeah.
The extended editions, I like them more because I just love that world.
For fans only.
Yeah, for fans only.
Terrible recommendation for a first time watch.
Well, it's also there's some stuff in there that's just not good. I mean, the whole way that the Witch King dies is super cheesy. It's like thrown out. Anyway, there's some stuff that's like, no, I don't need to see this shit. Perm, $5 super chat. Since we're on the topic, Adam, have you seen The Princess Bride yet? Possible best romantic comedy. I have seen The Princess Bride. It was one of the movies. It was one of 3 movies that was on kind of my like shame list, along with Point Break, which I also watched, and The Lost Boys. So I saw all 3 of those within the last 2 months. I feel better about myself. Obviously, I still think very little about myself personally, but I do feel a little bit more comfortable in my own skin. I did enjoy Princess Bride. My whole family watched it. Inconceivable was like said over and over throughout the household. It was really funny. Yeah.
Adam,
what?
I saw this in the movies when I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people saw it when they were kids. It's fair.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? I knew as soon as you said it, I was like, but I never seen the Frightener, so you know.
I mean, the Frighteners isn't gonna
stuff, so
you're not gonna get shamed for not seeing the Frighteners, but the Princess Bride.
I'll shame you. I'll hold the torch.
Shame.
You uncultured bitch.
That's right. You know what? I should have been throwing that back at people when they said, "Hey, you haven't seen The Princess Bride?" Have you seen The Frighteners, motherfucker? No, you haven't. Get out of my house.
Princess Bride is actually really good. You've seen it recently, Adam?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's really good. I would say that
I'm talking about for a timepiece.
Yeah, for its time, I totally understand people really latching onto it. Very quotable movie, some very fun characters. You got Fred Savage in there at the beginning, which was really fun. You got Billy Crystal in a lot of makeup, which was really fun.
A lot of the cast was at MegaCon.
Yeah, the cast was there. Carrie Ewells, who was for some reason in a giant black tent.
Leave me alone tent.
Yeah. It was
always the most random people that have those tents.
Susan Sarandon, which made sense because she's top level, and then Carrie Ewells was the only other guy that was in one of the tents.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, this is my last one for horror for Valentine's Day. This is my last one.
What do you got?
Misery.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Misery.
Man,
I totally forgot about
a little obsession in for good measure. Yeah.
Yes, Misery.
That's
amazing movie.
That's a great pick.
Amazing
I love it.
movie. Misery's really good. Really damn good.
Kathy Bates just absolutely owned that movie. I love it. We just watched that one, I think, a year ago with the kids. Got them into it. We're trying to slowly get them into horror stuff a little bit more. Connor is kind of a scaredy cat with that stuff. My daughter watches everything. She doesn't.
I'll tell you the secret. If you got a kid that's timid, is you got to make jokes in the scenes that are going to be a little more tension filled. That's how I kind of converted my son. Because like when I met my wife, he was already 7 years old, and they had already pretty much put it in his head, like, you can't watch this, you'll have nightmares. And so when I come into the picture, I'm like, fuck that. He's gonna watch Fright Night and all this other stuff. And he's like, I can't, I'll get nightmares. So I put the movie on, and first of all, you got to make sure there's at least one nudity scene.
Yeah,
you can just be like, look at his eye, like. And then the other one is that anytime you know it's going to get dark and tense, you got to like make a joke, and then he'll laugh, and then it breaks the tension, and then all of a sudden they're moving on to things like, Human Centipede.
second phase or whatever. So Lindsay, my wife, is a huge scaredy cat too, and so she and her will do the joke thing themselves during the film and ruin it for me and Olivia, who are very much like, shut the fuck up. I want all the lights off. I don't want to hear any. And my wife will always, it never fails, start the dishwasher or the washing machine right when we're going to watch the movie. Like, what are you doing? Why do you hate me? We've been together for like 1,000 years. You know this.
Yeah. They get up to get a snack, and it's like a 45-minute thing. They got to go.
They got to go pee, which turns into a 25-minute ordeal. She's not even in the house anymore. She's at Target. Hey, ran to the store quick. Do you need anything? I need you home. Okay, what do we got here? I think I read this. Yeah. Oh wait, did he have a question? I kind of possible best romantic comedy. Yeah, Perm. Thank you very much. Yes, it was a very good movie. I enjoyed it. Kyle Nelson 199. Tales from the Hood is also good. All right, I've seen Tales from the Hood. I actually like that one because that's the one that's got 3 different stories, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is a boy who I think is getting abused by his father, and so he makes a doll of his dad. A voodoo doll, and he starts like breaking his arms and his legs. It's good. Yeah, I remember watching that. I had a cousin who was really into kind of off the beaten path, dark horror movies and anime. I couldn't get into the anime stuff, but I really liked his horror picks when he would bring them over. Good movie. They made a sequel, didn't they? Make another Tales from the Hood?
Bad, dude.
Yeah, because it was way later, right?
It's like in the last 5 years.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, I think, was in it. And
remember Bones? Remember the movie Bones?
Yeah.
Just like his answer to Blade. It's like, no.
So bad. One more from Big Kahuna, $2. My Laserdisc automatically flips. Oh, it automatically flips.
That used to blow my mind. My dad had one too, and I kept, as a kid, I'm trying to like, the discs were like this fucking big, and so I'm trying to think like the thing's only this, but how does it flip them? Like, and obviously it was just the eye. Like, as a kid, I was just like, how the hell? Like, I could never figure that out. And then one day, randomly, when I was like 19, I hadn't seen a Laserdisc in 12 years. I was like, oh yeah, that's probably how that shit worked.
My dad in his truck had a 5-disc CD changer, and I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And it wasn't in the front; it was in the back. Trunk. It was in like the side of the car.
Yeah, I had one in my first car. It was in the trunk. It was cool until you had to switch discs. It'd pull off to the side of the road.
We eventually upped our home DVD player to be a 3 changer. and it never failed. We'd always have a disc that would somehow dislodge itself from the little disc holder, and so you'd hear it go. It's just ripping ththrough that CD. It's like, oh, beautiful! And I got scratches all over it. Really good stuff. All right. Well, I think I have nothing left to say on this topic. We got Madam Web. Cody, are you going to Madam Web tomorrow for Valentine's Day? You taking the missus out?
No, I'm going by myself. I got a video call at 1, and then I'm going to see Madam Web at 3:30.
Plus is going with me over my work lunch, I guess.
The thing that concerns me is I see people on the internet who are continuously like annoyingly forgiving that are like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh, fuck me. Okay.
Oh yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
What time does it start? 12?
It's at noon. So that means it starts at 12:25 for us because Regal is ridiculous with their movie trailers.
Have you ever taken that for granted and shown up 20 minutes late and then the movie's already fucking playing?
Yes, a couple times, yes.
That pissed me off so bad. It happened to me once. I was like, I got plenty of time. I've seen all the trailers. And then I get there and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
It's so bad when it happens. You just feel like shit. You're like, how much did I miss in this movie? You almost want to turn over to a guy and be like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, guys, if you have any more super chats, throw them in now because we'll probably be winding down here in the next couple minutes. One other thing I did recently, I thought I was doing the guy a solid because we have the Regal Movie Pass. It's $22 a month or something. You go to unlimited movies whenever you want, which is a huge shit show because people take it for granted and abuse it.
Yeah.
I'm watching Poor Things, actually. It's a long movie, and it's an hour and 45 minutes into this movie, roughly. I'm the only guy in the theater. Just loving life, and suddenly this jackass comes in, giant tub of popcorn, giant soda. He plops down a little bit in front of me, and I'm thinking I should probably say something, right? So I go, "Hey, sir, this movie's been on. It's almost over." And the guy turns like, "Oh no, I know. I'm catching the second half. It was too long, so I left last time, and now I'm finishing up." Okay, that's one way to do it.
That's an interesting way. Yeah,
movies are weird now. Movies are weird. Yeah, I've never seen that before, but we got one more super chat from Kyle Nelson for $5. Don't forget oh my God. Don't forget Leprechaun in the Hood 2000.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed, but a friend with gold is the best, I'm told.
Yeah, so we got Leprechaun, we got in the Hood 2000, and Leprechaun Back to the Hood. I only saw the first Leprechaun. I said this in the movie panel, or the horror panel with Cody. I don't want to make the time to invest in franchises when they start getting stupid. I just don't care. I'm not going to watch 14.
So you're really, really out of the loop on a lot of horror franchises.
I am. I really am. I don't give a shit to watch 14 Freddy Krueger movies or Jason or. I mean, Halloween is probably the one I've watched the most of. And even then, I haven't seen the one where he's, fighting a dude in Brooklyn on top of a roof.
That's Jason.
That's Jason.
I don't know. I just know that there's a scene
your horror card
fighting a guy and he's got it is Jason. He's got the hockey mask and okay.
Yeah. That's Jason, dude. Told you, Disney. This guy grew up on Disney.
I see clips of this stuff and I don't remember what I see. What was I going to say? Halloween. Maybe I have seen all of them then. When does how many in is H2O?
Oh,
7.
gosh, bro. Yeah, that's way in there.
I saw Halloween 1 and 2, and then H2O, and all the new stuff.
That's the best timeline, in my opinion, is 1, 2, and H2O. So
see, I don't like Halloween 2. I think that movie's kind of garbage
compared to the first one. It's not as good, but I like the aesthetic of it. I like the hospital setting. I like the fact that the kills are ramped up a little bit.
Did you like the fact that they made them siblings?
No, I've never liked that. And neither is John Carpenter. He's on record saying like he added something because he was drunk and they wanted a new idea. He's like, fuck it, make them siblings. No, that was one of the reasons I was excited when they did Halloween 2018 because they said we're not going to be siblings anymore. And I was like, okay, cool. You can finally do some new shit. And then they spent a trilogy basically doing the same shit. Like they might as well have been siblings. There was nothing different.
Basically.
I like the new trilogy. I don't love it. I think Kills is really schlocky, but also fun at the same time. And kind of like Joey, I didn't mind Halloween Ends.
I didn't either.
I agree that they shouldn't have shoehorned it in the third act with the new kid. In Halloween 2, though, I laughed so hard the first time I watched it, and the cop just bodies a random kid who they thought was Michael Myers,
Yeah.
and then they never
Blonde hair.
They never address it. They just straight up wreck this kid. He starts on fire. And they're like,
Yeah. The funnier thing too is that in the original they keep talking about this kid Ben Tramer that they're trying to hook Jamie Lee Curtis, and that was him. That was the guy that got fucking creamed. It's like, oh, just there's him. Ben's out.
Just murdered him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good shit.
Funny thing I went through. I mean, the Halloween fan base is just a riot to experience. But in the second film, there's a weird little subplot where Dr. Loomis goes to a school, and in blood, Michael wrote Samhain on the chalkboard, and it's pronounced Samhain.
Okay,
but in the fucking movie, Dr. Loomis says Samhain. It's this old tradition and thing. And so I was reviewing the movie and I was like, yeah, you got this weird subplot with Samhain. I got like 300 people like, it's Samhain, you uncultured bitch, and like trying to correct me. And I'm like, your fucking God character said it wrong. I'm just repeating him. Leave me alone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Bob Marley comes out this week.
Yep.
Yeah. I have no interest, but I didn't grow up with his music. That's half of it with these things.
I didn't either, but that's why I'm interested. I like biopics on people that I don't know shit about.
But it's always the same fucking movie. It's the dude has nothing. He gets megastar, status. Then he falls into drugs, falls into sex and rock and roll.
It's the plot of Walk Hard.
It's the plot of every movie. He spirals down and then he climbs back up. And they have another Amy Winehouse movie coming out. Are you serious? Another one?
I didn't even know that.
She had like one big song from what I can remember. Trying to get me back to rehab. We got one more super chat from Doc Savage for $5. Thank you, Doc. Adam finally got to watch Showgirls. Oh my god.
Great movie.
Never saw it.
After watching your review from a year or so ago, you're absolutely right. Awesome movie. Can't wait to rewatch. I can't imagine
where was that during the hot takes panel? Like Showgirls is a classic.
Pretty sure Doc was watching the wrong movie channel because I roasted the shit out of Showgirls. There's
Showgirls t-shirts.
That's an atrocious film. Much like Barbed Wire, I don't know how you managed to take some stunningly attractive women, Gina Gershaw, Jesse Spano from Saved by the Bell, Elizabeth Berkley, and make them so unappealing. The whole movie is just rife with gross, cringy shots, and it's just a miserable experience. It really was the classic version of Cats. Cats is the new Showgirls.
Showgirls is funny though.
Yeah, but it's not like funny in the way that it wants to be.
No, it's funny because it's a dumbass movie.
It's funny because you're watching a train wreck. The weird part is there are still people that defend the movie like it's the holy grail of films. They're like, you didn't understand it, Adam. And then when I probe them and get what am I missing here? What's the commentary that I'm not getting from this cutting edge film? And then they have nothing. They say nothing. It's just you don't understand.
That's Twitter discourse. They do it with every movie. Like, are we ready to admit that the Marvels is top 5? And it's like, no, we're not. Thanks for asking, though.
Am I the only one that thinks that this? Yeah, you're the only jackass on all of the internet that thinks this. You know that's not true.
I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna sneak into the movies tomorrow because it's gonna be cold tomorrow, so I can wear a jacket.
What do you mean it's gonna be cold? It's 70s here.
It's freezing outside right now.
Yeah, it's that bipolar south weather where it's 40 in the morning and at night, and it's like 82 in the afternoon. So no matter what you dress, you're miserable at some point.
It's freezing outside.
You guys have no idea. Well, you have no idea what cold is. Even you have no idea. Wait, bless you.
I grew up in Ohio, sir.
Yeah,
I know what cold is.
I'm thinking the same thing in my head. Man. I grew up in New York. What are you talking about?
I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, it's negative 12 today. Awesome.
Dude, I've been in spring weather for the past 5 months. So coming back here, it's fucking cold.
Yeah, what was it in Africa?
It was like 70s, 80s. It was nice. It was really like spring weather. It was like fall, spring. It was beautiful.
And you were living in mud huts, of course, fighting lions and
fight the lions and the bears.
Yeah, of course, right. We always joke, as Bless says, that when you think of Africa, everybody thinks of Hollywood Africa, where it's all just safaris and mud huts, but they actually have cities, and there's
this city, yo.
There's a subway over here. What the hell?
Yeah, it's a damn city.
You're riding a camel through the desert.
Yeah, no.
It's picture the Lion King, like the zebras and antelopes and shit.
Yeah. No.
It's basically Wakanda over there.
Yeah, basically. But nah, dude. So yeah, tomorrow at 12, I'm game. I'll make it rock.
All right, guys. Do you have anything to plug on the way out? Bless, you got a new album? You got several albums coming out? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Follow me on Instagram. Instagram was it at Sutter Kane NSD, SUTTERKAINNSD, and www.sutterkane.com. Yep, there you go right there.
I just realized I should have had the names
SUTTERKAIN.
on. I forgot to turn the names on. Sorry,
That's
everybody.
okay.
Hey,
Well, yeah,
I
sutterkane.com.
apologize. All right, sutterkane.com. I thought you had an album or something that came out. Do you not? Spotify?
No,
Listening
not
music
this
on
time.
Spotify? Okay.
I'm working on new projects right now. No,
But you have albums on Spotify to listen to.
all you gotta do is go to Spotify and type in Sutter Kane. Go to iTunes, any place you listen to music at. Type in Sutter Kane. YouTube, Sutter Kane. It's all the same. SUTTERKAIN. Sutter Kane.
And Bless, I'm guessing you'll come on some more of these in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I'll come on. We got another one Friday, right?
Yeah, I do on Friday. I do Tuesdays and Fridays. That's right. Cody, you are always invited. I just assume you have things going on, but you're like me, I guess, where you're married and have nothing left in the tank. It's just sitting around. And
I multitask. I was literally making a cheesecake, building a weight bench, and listening to you typing in the chat.
A weight bench? Are you building a home gym?
No, I bought I bought one of those like select Bowflex dumbbells, and I'm building a stand for them because they're just sitting in my bedroom floor. My wife just keeps like looking at them every day and not saying anything. I'm like, I get it. I'll move them.
That's right.
I'm back in town, bro. I'm down for whatever.
Alrighty, dude. Cody, what do you got coming up?
Next video I'm gonna do is a pick from my Patreon. They wanted me to do my top 10 movie hot takes, which ironically enough, we just got done kind of doing exactly that at MegaCon, and that panel's on Sean Chandler's channel. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And I just released the horror panel that we did this past weekend too, if everybody wants to check that out. Beyond that, Madam Web. I'll probably see Bob Marley, One Love.
I'm definitely want to go.
And I'm currently playing Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League on my gaming channel. So I've been told that I'm only a couple hours away from the end, which is infuriating because I feel like I just started it. So that'll probably be a salty review coming some point this weekend.
Yeah, but the end is just the beginning because it's one of those games as a service, right? Where
where it's like they want to make you pay for seasons to get the rest of the story, and I didn't realize that. So I'm a little bit
like that fucking Avengers game. Did you ever play that Avengers game?
I did. I did not like it whatsoever. Did not like it whatsoever. And this is more fun than that game, but like the story's just getting started, and I'm getting people in the chat. They're like, "Yeah, you're about 2 hours from the end," and I'm like, "What? This is like Act 1."
He said Act 1.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. Always fun talking to you. We'll do it again soon. We'll see you on Friday. Tomorrow I'll have a Madam Web review. Probably throw out a spoiler review not long after that, because that's what we have to do now, is just churn out content nonstop. It's depressing, but also fun. I'm dying inside. All right. See you guys later.